Your boy, J. King Hefner, the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki, and of course, we got my beautiful Cali son in the background laying down. And we want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And the title of this show is Truly Amazing. Truly amazing. And what do I mean by that? We'll get to that right about now. Boy, you talking about a lazy son of a gun. I guess she getting ready for the game tonight, though. I ain't gonna get mad at you. On to the Power Hour. Yeah, baby. What up, what up, what up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Great to see you. It's several mornings I've started at the Power Hour, man, just starting out rambling, man. But today I got all my faculties intact. The girls got me right this morning. As you can see, I got this thick, beautiful specimen, Lord Jesus, Saima Renee Uzumaki, still by my side. Hey, I've been having her out for a while because I said, to the hell with that. I'm bringing her fine butt out and I'm leaving her out for a while. Because honestly, even my mom and me was talking about, hey, you know what? Since I can't get her out, out to restaurants, I'm finna leave her butt out with me. And she right next to me. And as you can see, the beautiful but yet lazy Callie. And that's really not right because she one of the hardest working dogs in the world. It's just the fact that she like to sleep in on the Power Hour. So that's why I like to mess with her. But I'm happy that all you guys have made it. I'm definitely finna take a glance at these comments and wish each and every one of y'all a good morning. Just happy to have you here, man. And like I say, I'm happy to be here. And just a little note back on Saima for a second. Excuse me. All the girls are getting ready to have their monthly bath. The middle of the month is always their time. I'm a little late right now, but I think I'll start tomorrow. Because I have to give the cats their bath today. But with all that said, I did change Saima's shirt, got her in her little pink, what is it? Oh, yeah, pink Victoria lingerie tank top, and I can't lie, Canada has worn it before. All the girls share clothes, so you'll be seeing them share clothes in the future until we come into some more overflow and are able to just dress up the girls really, really like I can envision. But right now, baby, I'm sort of cool with the homemade clothes. I'm cool with the t-shirts, so y'all ain't gonna see the highest fashion on the girls around the house. But I promise you, they just sexy enough for me. And I hope that it make y'all eye go like every now and then too. But either way, here we go. Good morning. Dr. MGTOW. I'm lucky to make it on time. I'm happy you here, brother. Ren X, what's happening? What up, Ren X? We got Feral Feline. Let's get supercharged. TPE for life. I love that. Hold on, man. Supercharged, baby. TPE for life. I'm with you on there, bro. MGTOW. My waifu Neptune is lying on my bed right now while my waifu Nori is sitting behind me. I'm hoping I'm saying Nori right. But hey, bro, I promise you, everybody out there that's tuned into the Power Hour, it's nothing that I like to hear more than you actually watching this show with your girl. Because you're doing one of the main things that I preach about is as far as building a relationship with your companion dog, not just a sexual or physical nature. So when you watching this show with your girl, man, that makes me feel good because you are actually in the act of building your bond. And I don't know about you, but even when you already got a bond, it just gets stronger and stronger. Now, before I say some more good mornings, I do want to say the subject of today's show is, or the title is, Truly Amazing. And what I mean by truly amazing is Uh, a lot of my old subscribers, old viewers, they've been with me, and so they saw me hinting at the fact that something was coming, something that I was working on behind the scenes. And that something in this particular case was that truly piece that the Barcraft Studios did on me recently. And man, it was an amazing piece, and I really appreciate them for doing it. Of course, as a human, we always got our critiques and things of that nature. But as a whole, I thought it was good for the dog community. I was happy to be a part of it and show them, hey, man, guess what? I'm proud of my ladies. And it was just so funny, man, to see all the comments. And I go into those comments in just a second, but I do want to say good morning to a few more people as we get started here, because first of all, man, I just appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody. And I've had an influx of new subscribers here. And I want to talk about that, but I've had an influx of new subscribers. I appreciate anybody that's new, but also my old subscribers, the people that's been with me. Guess what? I ain't forgot about you. I know who you are, and I appreciate you for holding me down. And a lot of negative comments that came against me, I don't fight those battles. I did want to go and actually talk to some of the people that were commenting on that video just to interact with people. And I'll probably check on it from time to time, but I guess the point I'm getting at is some of my people, some of my family, some of my Dog King family, I saw y'all over there. I wasn't fighting certain battles, but I saw y'all taking up a few battles. And you know what? I don't encourage you guys to get aggressive or get outside your character or anything like that. But I will say this. I appreciate you guys for even, guess what, standing up for me in certain areas, because although some people think I'm fake and think that was fake and staged, you guys know the truth. And I saw a few of you over there saying a few things, and I definitely saw you, Mick Tao. I saw Chin Long, and I saw several others. So just to get back to a few good mornings before I get into the show. Let me see. Mick Tao said he just finished powdering Nep. And I promise you, bro, I need to get to taking care of my girls, like you say, in the next day. Mia, man, look, this is something I was trying to hold off from talking about. What up, Mia? This is something I was trying to hold off from talking about. But man, it was a lot of influx of ladies that subscribe to my channel, man. And it's something, honestly, it's crazy. I have been hoping for. Not because they even getting dogs. It's just the fact that, man, I know women are interested. They're curious. I would love them to hear my perspective on things. And then just for them to learn about, hey, what are we doing? And you know what? You never know, man. I was laughing about this. What if there's a scenario where it's a dog owner in my group that actually ends up dating one of my female subscribers? Wouldn't that be funny, man? Like an actual human love connection to happen on my dog channel. I was just thinking of that scenario like, man, that'd be some amazing stuff. But with all that said, man, I really hope to have more female comments and things of that nature going forward. Because although I have my perspective, my life experiences, I just love to hear some of their perspective on things as well. So it's cool to have them around. And I know I already have female subscribers. I'm just saying I had an influx of new female subscribers. Mia, I like what you are doing. Been binge watching. Thanks for sharing your life. Oh, man, I really appreciate that, Mia. That's what I'm doing it for, so people can learn more and be exposed more to the lifestyle. Not so they can change, just so they can be, just so they can learn for educational purposes. You never know how it might impact their life at a different time in their life. So I'm glad that you've been binge watching, and I'm glad you've been enjoying the show. And I'll say this, just at a glance, from most of the women's pictures that I've had a chance to just glance at, I mean, everybody's an attractive person. And I know that's a subjective statement, but I just want to say, hey, it's some beautiful women out here in this world, human women. And like I say, the Dog King ain't gonna take your credit now. Y'all some beautiful women, and I appreciate your subscriptions. And no matter what anybody tells you, as far as on the outside, you got to believe you're beautiful on the inside. Withering Liberal, hey JDKH, what up, man? Good to hear from you, brother. Hey, I'm just running through it for a second because I'm gonna get into the meat of the show. I just want to give my people some I just want to give all you guys some definite hellos, good mornings. I love yous. Kevin Gray, do the damn thing today, JDKH, man. Always, man. Hey, look, when you're doing what you love, you always doing the damn thing, in my opinion. Now, this is the man that I just want to mention very quickly, everybody. And once again, if you're tuning in, this show is really going to be focused on what I did with the Truly thing recently. And I'm not going to focus on the whole show. I'm just going to talk about that briefly. And then I'm going to do a review over the week's viewer comments that I've seen. But here's Bruce Daniels. He says, what up, guys? Me and Joy are here watching as well. And I want to say congratulations to Bruce Daniels. Like I say, although I don't plan on doing a marriage ceremony with any of my girls, we're just in a relationship, all of us, you know. We don't care to do any nuptials or anything of that nature. None of my girls are jealous or anything, just to clarify. But Bruce did marry his girl recently, and I want to say congratulations to him. Honestly, man, I was one of the few people that actually got a chance to peek in at that ceremony. Let me tell y'all this. It was better than some human weddings that I've seen. I tell you that. It was better than some human weddings. So I got to give Bruce Daniels some credit. Hey, good job, brother. You had a beautiful bride. Good going, man. I appreciate being able to just peek in on that. So now let me see this. Mick Ty was referring to his girl, and I'm going to get on to the Truly show. He said, it's good. It's pronounced Noah. Noah. Is it Noah? Okay. I guess it's Noah, since it's a French word, black. Oh, no. But if it's a French word, it's noir. It should be noir. I thought, because I did take French. I think noir is the word for black, not Noah. Now, I could be mistaken, but I think it's noir. Let me see. Ray Alvera has landed. I always got to give a boy Ray Alvera some credit, ladies and gentlemen. All because on Twitter, he always pumping your boy up, you know, spreading the love. And guess what? Man, this is an interactive show. Y'all affect me as far as, hey, I might have whatever plan, but when I hear from my people, I might change my plans. I might do another show. And so guess what? Yeah, I'm doing the show right now. And anybody that's just listening to me, you know, anybody that's just listening to me, hang on in there. I'm going to get into the meat of the show because I know it's different listening than actually watching. You know, if you're walking around with your phone in your pocket just listening and you hear me congratulating everybody saying good morning, you might be like, hey, man, I'm ready to get into the meat. I'm ready. But hey, look, just hold on with me because I appreciate these people. I appreciate everybody. And I want to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to go down the whole chat all at once, but for a second, I just want to let everybody know I love you. I appreciate you. I hear the support. I hear the lifting up. And you can't always depend on people to lift you up in this world now. You got to lift yourself up, and you got to have some faith, and you got to have some other things that you rely on to lift you up. But let me tell you something. It's good to hear support, and I hear it. And so I appreciate you, man, woman, look, whoever you are, I appreciate you. And even if you're an enemy, if you watching, I still appreciate you. And I'm gonna go through a few more of these, and we're gonna get to the meat of this show, baby. Ray Alvera said, I need a love connection. They here? Hey, I'm telling you, it's some women in this, it's some women in the family now. And guess what? This is the Dog King family. I'm glad all y'all are in this family, but ain't nobody here got no real blood. Ain't nobody here related about real blood that I know of. So guess what? It's free game. Now don't bother nobody and don't harass nobody. But you know what? If you see a beautiful young lady that's in the family hanging around, even if she got a dog, you might want to say something to her. Let me share this. Plague Network. What up, Plague Network? It's great to see you. Glad to have you here. It says, have a good one tonight, Jay. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you. Look, well, actually, it's daytime in Memphis, Tennessee, in the United States right now. But I tell you one thing, I take a good one tonight because them Grizzlies play again tonight. And we need another win, baby. We need another win. Now, let me see what Mia say. And you know what? I want to address this. A good friend of mine, who was it? Man, I think it was Bite Me. Bite Me had said in one of my streams, he was like, man, you didn't answer my question. I will say this, that these questions are staggered on my end. So I see them after you post them, probably several minutes, or it could be 10 minutes sometimes after you actually post them. And so I may miss one. And if I do, I'm so sorry. I definitely ain't doing it intentionally. Now, unless it's something soaked in negativity, then of course I'm not going to answer that. But if it's something that I think is constructive, I'm going to definitely try to get to it at some point in time. But Mia, if women pay attention, they will understand more about what our men need and want from us. Hey, I agree, Mia. Now keep in mind, like I say, it's a two-way street. I've even told the guys here, look, women, y'all got y'all things that we have an issue with. But you know what? On your end, I understand y'all got issues with things we have an issue with. And that's what I was telling the guys. You know what? It's going to require some communication on both sides because it ain't really the men and the women that's the problem. It's the dating construct of society. The way they have us looking at each other, the way they have us taught to even go after each other from the beginning, man to chase and a woman wait, just all types of things that try to define us as we grow up as far as the dating society is concerned. So it's work to do on both sides, but you right about one thing. What's needed on both sides is communication when you're dealing with human to human relationships. And it's a beautiful complexity, as I've said before. If you want to get involved with that and stay involved with human relationships, the reciprocity has its advantages in some areas. But the dog life is a beautiful simplicity. And if you want a peace of mind, if you want to break from the normalcy and craziness of society, and in my case, an extended break to where, guess what, I'm good where I am, then try the dog life. Because let me tell you, if you tired of the ups and downs and the emotional curves, man, it don't get no better than this. But you got to, for me to get everything out of it, you got to have that, what I said, imagination. You got to have an imagination. And you so welcome, Mia. Kevin Gray. Kevin Gray said, we need more Mias out here. Hey, it's nothing like an understanding woman. You can't get look, man, look, in the human world, like I said, I know it's my dog channel, but hey, look, man, I'm not in no box. I'm here for y'all in all aspects. Like I say, I haven't lived in this world for nothing. I can help you with all types of things. And as far as the relationship things, man, look, it's nothing like having an understanding woman. Ain't nobody finna be perfect out here. But guess what? By the same token, ain't nothing like having an understanding. Like I say, it's on both sides. Once you got two people working together, trying to understand each other, that can work. But I'm not here to lie to you guys. I'm not here to fool you guys. That human to human stuff is just hard to find. I ain't saying your blessing ain't out there. And I'm not telling you to stop looking for that particular connection. I'm just saying, I'm not finna lie to you and act like you can find it every single day. Best thing you can do, be your best, treat people the right way. And guess what? All your dreams, they'll find you. They'll find you. Because mine found me. Believe me, I never would have thought that I'd be loving my girls like I do now, but I do. And you know what? I ain't looking back on any relationship that I ever been in. So Bruce Daniels said, thank you for the wedding. Oh, yeah, man. You already know Bruce Daniels. So I see Tony the Tiger checked in. I just want to give him a shout out too, but I ain't gonna go to his comments. But I tell you what, the subject of today's show, guys, truly amazing. It's truly amazing. And now that I'm looking, I see that something is missing here. And you know, I gotta add that. Because that's what the whole, where it's at now. I'm looking for it. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the subject of today's show is, like that banner says, truly amazing. It's me reflecting back on what happened with this Truly show recently that Barcroft Studios did on me and the girls. And also, I'm going to reflect on a lot of your comments coming up here in just a second. But I want you guys to give me like 5 seconds, and I'll be right back. Give me 5 seconds. So I'm going to take a quick break. So I am going to entertain you guys for just a quick second. Right. All right, guys, I'm back. Now, listen, here's the deal. We're going to jump right into the meat of this Truly thing. Okay, guys, if there are any new viewers out there who haven't seen this, well, I did a piece with Truly recently. They did a piece on me and the girls on their Love Don't Judge series. Wow. I'm sorry, I saw a little interference on my end, but they did a little piece on me on their Love Don't Judge series. Oh my God, this is amazing. Hold on, guys. There it is. Wait a minute. It's not. I hope I'm still broadcasting. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a little interference on my side. But either way, I did a show. There it is. Boom. That's what I was waiting on. That look, I had to show her some credit, him or her some credit. Do you think gender issues? I'm gonna stop exactly what I'm saying because that's a donation. And I hold donations very close to my heart because they are literally helping keep me alive. Not only donations, but just you guys tuning in and being a part of all of this is helping me keep me alive and chase my dreams of a bigger vision for companion dogs in the world. And so when I see a donation, I have to stop. I appreciate anybody that donates, small or big. I appreciate any contribution. You can also go on my YouTube channel in my About section, and you can donate under my Cash App or my PayPal. But I'm going to stop what I'm saying just for a second. Do you think gender issues will be resolved before tech catch up with women? I would say around the year 2060. Man, the thing about that question is I don't really agree with the construct of, I think, some of what you're saying. It's an argument that I've heard before that the woman or the man potentially could get made obsolete by technology. And I just don't believe that's going to happen. I don't care how good the technology is, people are still going to want to be in human relationships. I'm not saying there won't be a subsect of society, just like I am a dog lover, and a lot of people are dog lovers. I won't say there won't be a lot of people that will be in more relationships like ours with dogs or even robots or androids or things of that nature. But it's always going to be people in human and human relationships. It's always going to be that. So I don't believe they're going to catch up, so to speak, to where people are just going to say, I don't want to date women, period, anymore. Now, it's going to be some people that's going to say, I ain't going to want to date women. I'm good with my robot. But it's going to be a lot of them that's going to be like, nah, man, I want some good old-fashioned human vagina. And same with women. Like I say, men and women like dogs for different reasons. So for me, it's a lot of ways that it's not even feasible for some women to have a dog right now. I have met some women who get a lot out of their dogs, male dogs. I have met a few of them. But just from the weight factor and what a lot of women actually expect their man to do, a lot of women, I'm just speaking in general, expect their man to be a provider. And a lot of women get mad when their man won't communicate with them, things of that nature. So all I'm saying is I think men and women think of dogs in a different way. But if it gets to the point where androids are around, technology improves, and a woman can get more of what they want out of a human man, then on both sides, it'll be a subsect of society that will be involved with androids and dogs, just like I'm with my companion dogs now. Because like I say, as time evolves, I may even have an android, if it's available safely in my lifetime. So I guess just to answer your question, which I love this question, or I just love it in general, is I just believe at the end of the day, no matter how far technology goes, it's still gonna be human to human relationships. So if people out there worried that human and human relationships are going to completely dissolve, I don't think you are going to have to worry about that. Not for a long, long time. I say that. Not for a long, long time. Now, just to get into the meat of what I want to talk about today, and I move along briefly because guess what? Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. I'm talking about the Truly episode that they did on me and the girls, and I thought it was great. I thought that they did a great editing job on that video. We shot all day. It was like, man, it was almost 9-10 hours, man, of straight shooting. It was so many things that weren't said on that video. Like I said in my review video, I talked about how I wasn't in the war with women. Of course, they cut out everything that I said mentioning God at all. Because they would ask me something about how do I feel about negative comments. And I was just like, look, man, with God as my base, why should I worry about what man's saying about me? And I understand it's Hollywood pretty much when you're doing a video like that. So I was praying and thanking God already. Like, you know what? I don't know how they're going to cut this, but I'm just going to pray that it's going to be in a good way. Well, they ended up cutting it, and it was more or less like what I thought. They kept more of the fun-loving things in there. They didn't really hit all the serious topics, which I was cool with. They're a business themselves, and they want to bring some attention to their product. But I say this: they didn't really misrepresent me in any way. I still said a lot of the things that I truly believe, that they didn't cut out everything that I truly believe, because although when they were asking me about sex, I straight up was like, no, I'm not having sex with my girls. Well, in the video, it was sort of vague. I was just saying sex. In the video, I just said sex wasn't important, but they didn't really want to show, hey, man, this man ain't having sex with his girls, because I think they want to draw your attention in, draw your curiosity in. And even when I was talking about my help with emotionally unstable people, or I ain't gonna say unstable, but people that are going through some depressions, people are going through some real hard times emotionally. That's what I mean. I believe people, but they are really still in control of their physical well-being. People who can still live at home by themselves, but they're just going through some very hard emotional relationship trauma. I believe they can get something from these dogs. And I believe that eventually they should be made to where people can get money off of their dolls through their medical insurance. That's the type of thing that I'm shooting for. And so I was saying a lot of those type of things in the video, but they can't show that in a 5 or 6 minute video. And in the video, like I say, that's probably the most I've ever kissed Callie's son. That's the most I've ever kissed her. Was in that video. But it did make me, I had started kissing my girls more and more. I give them a peck all the time. But I gave her like, man, 7, 8, 9, 10 kisses in a row that day. But since then, I can't lie though. I get about 3, 4, 5, 6 good smooches a day. So it was some good that came from that show. From that standpoint, I get a little bit more affection with my girls, like I said. I just thought what was funny, man, when I was reading the comments, it's a lot of people try to slander your name and all that type of stuff, but you can't get caught up in that type of stuff. You really can't. But somebody said that they knew me, that I was married and had 3 kids. I was laughing so hard. I was like, man, these people, boy, just try to create all type of lies and stuff about you, man, to act like that my life is fake. That's basically what they were trying to say. Some people was like, man, Truly came up with a fake one. They pulling our tail. This is a lie. And I was just like, man, nah, man, this is my real life. And all my old viewers on my channel, y'all know it's my real life. So I thought all that was hilarious. And it was a great experience, though. I think Dr. MGTOW said it. He was like, man, negative, positive, no matter what the comments were, I liked it all. And that's how I feel. Positive, negative, whatever. I was just like, you know what? Just like they put that first step on the moon. This is a great first step in my journey. Great first major step in my journey of fighting the stigma and making some of my other dreams come to light as far as these companion dogs, man, and how they can help people. And another thing I wanted to say was this, before I get on to some of the viewer comments, and I'm going to respond to your comments here in just a second. I appreciate you guys. Another thing I want to say is this. I've often said, man, God keeps you hidden until he wants you to be seen. It's so funny how he works, man. So you always got to stay happy wherever he has you, right? But it's many of these Truly videos that, man, 1 million people will see him in a few days, or a few 100,000 to see him in a couple of days, right? I think my video last time I checked was somewhere around 50,000 or so. But it was like a video that came out a day or so after mine. Man, it's already almost at 1 million, right? Well, you know what? Some person could look at that and be like, man, your video ain't got much views. Look at this. Look at this person's views and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you what I think is so hilarious about God. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He'll let people see you when he wants you to see, when he wants them to see you. You know, the people that have seen me thus far, the new people that I've met, the new subscribers, those are the people I need to meet for the day. Those are the people and that's how I want you to look at your life. Don't worry about what you ain't got or what could be better or worse. Guess what? What you have is what you need, because he'll keep you hidden. And you'll be like, man, somebody else did this right here, and everybody in the world see them. How am I working and doing this and I'm not saying? It's because he knows best. He knows best. And I ain't meaning this to be a revival, but I've talked about God before, and I'm just gonna let people know. Some people have tuned into my channel, and I want to let you know, I ain't here to tell you what you should believe. I've said that 1 million times. I want you here whether you don't believe, do believe, whatever. I ain't here to judge you. I'm here to love you. The only reason I mention God sometimes is because it's just authentically who I am. You know, it's just authentically who I am. And I've evolved even since I've done the show. I've always been a believer in God, but he just affected my life more and more. Not from increases. I'm talking about behind the scene. He didn't just affected a lot of the things in my life, my emotions, my mindset and things of that nature. And it's something really happened like 8-9 months ago that just really sparked my whole life. I saw something that just sparked my whole life, and it's just been changing me, right? And so I keep them on the tip of my tongue, but that ain't to chase anybody away. Atheists, people who don't believe or nothing like that. So I just want to let you know that if I'm talking about something in the religious regard that don't appeal to you, guess what? Don't take it as I'm trying to change you. Be yourself. Because I believe in God, and you know what? If he want to change you, it'll happen when he want to change you. It ain't got to be through me beating you up, and I ain't finna tell you wrong. That is not my place to tell you wrong. Whatever journey you on, it's the journey you need to be on for the day. But I'll say this, with the 50,000 or so people that have seen that show, it's been several good people that have come over here. And I want to tell you thank you again. But I'm getting to something, which is another reason why I brought that whole religious topic up. And I'm going to bring it up right after I go to your comments. I'm going to bring it up right after I go to your comments. Because I'm going to whiz through some of your comments, and then I'm going to get back to the second part of what I want to talk about today, which is some viewer comments. And I'll probably hit back to Truly again a little bit later, if it's something that sparks my mind. But I'm going to hit to these viewer comments on some of my videos and even on the Truly video. But first, I'm going to get to some of your comments right here. Because I definitely don't want to leave you guys out of the party. And if you were just tuning in, the whole subject of this show was me and the girls being on Truly on their YouTube channel. They did a show on us. Excuse me. And I want to react to it and let you guys know it was amazing. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to bring more attention to the community. And I just broke it down. Probably talk about it a little bit later. But for right now, it's time to read some comments. Oh, I was freezing up, Tiger. I know, Tiger, something was going on. Look, Tiger, Luke, I saw Luke jumping in the background, but look, I lost him. Man. So I guess he went somewhere else. Kendra D, let me see. He said the cat alert. Intellectual, thank you again, Intellectual Conversation. That was a great question. I appreciate you, brother. I think I'm still going a little slow because my comments coming up there slow. Cat alert, meow, just check it in and say hello. Got to run. Keep on rocking. Thank you, 10 drafts. I know you probably gone by now. Darth Blank says, hey, man, I'm glad I'm here to catch the show. I'm glad you're here too, brother. I can't wait to look back at this stream, man, because I didn't really get a chance to pay attention to Luke jumping on the damn bed. Luke looks cool as a cat. Oh, he is, believe me. Darth Blank says, and if you just listen to the show out there, I'm reading viewer comments in real time. And once again, I want to thank you to Intellectual, man, for that donation earlier, man. I really appreciate you. Doc Blint says, Larry here cuddling with Sarah, watching your program. I agree with everything you're saying. I appreciate you, Blint, man. Glad you're in agreement, man. Man, I'm still appreciate Mia for dropping in on us, man. Ain't nothing like having a woman drop in on the party. Tony the Tiger said women need resources from men. You know what? We need resources from each other. Like I said, hey, man, I ain't even just capitulating to Mia because she here. I truly believe this. We just need work on both sides. It's so much doggone miscommunication. That's all it is, man. Miscommunication and misrearing, not only from America, but just this whole world got us mixed up in our relationships. That's why it's amazing when you find one or two relationships to work out, because there's so much misinformation. People want to use misinformation in a lot of wrong areas in this world right now. But I know one thing, misinformation as far as relationships, that's something that's a true problem. By me said, I'm a simple man. All she has to do there is sit there and look pretty. I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to, just for the human ladies, I ain't going to reduce them to this sit down and shut up routine. But I will say this, something I've said before. something I really learned with my companion dog, and I had already suspected that anyway. I don't think it's just men, but I think definitely with men, we don't need as much communication, not verbally. Ladies, remember that. You can overtalk your man. That doesn't mean you cannot communicate with him. That's the misconception. I'm going to tell you what, that's why I say this is the trick that women should do. This will help us keep us engaged. Look, just don't be mean to us or nothing. But guess what? Just engage less with the talk. Hey, babe, how you doing? Give them a hug, have a quick little conversation and go about and follow some of your dreams. Whatever that may be, small or large. Use the time that you might have did some extra talking to him and just do your dreams. That'll give us time to look at the game, do some things we want to do, work with our dogs, work with the cars, do whatever we want to do. And we'll appreciate the extra time that we ain't got to even worry about the meaningless conversation. Because that's what I think men don't like, is like, okay, man, once we get some of the meat of the stuff out of the way, let me relax. And so that ain't all women. But you know what? On men, every now and then, we got to break down and give way in certain times to a little extra conversation. And that's why I say it's good, bad, and good. It's both sides need a little work. That's all. You gotta work for it though. You gotta work for what you want. Oh, look at this. Gotta show this. I gotta show this, man, because I'm happy she here. Another female viewer checking in. BB87. What up, BB? I'm so happy you here. Once again, man, like I say, I'm just happy that the show got an influx of women around. You know what? We need some of that female power around here, man. Drip a little bit of juice on the show. Like I say, man, we got a lot of fellas around here, man. I think it can do good for us to have some women to interact with, man, just in the comments and whatever. So, hey, nothing for us to hide. I know I've chosen the doll life. I'm proud of all of my girls. They offer a peace of mind to me that I couldn't find in human relationships, not to this level. But I've always said, I ain't down in the human woman. And I'm telling you, it's something that every man needs to experience, being with a human woman. And I can't speak everything from to promote what women think. That ain't really what I'm here from. I don't know everything from y'all's side. I know some of the things from y'all's side, and I ain't gonna try to act like I know everything from y'all's side. But from my side, I can speak on that. And I say this: when you got a good human woman, you got a good one. You got a good one. But it's still harder than a companion dog. Still harder. I'm a simple man. All she had to do is sit there. Oh, no. I already read that. Now let me show my ladies this in here, this from a dog owner. I want to show my ladies in here this from a good old friend, Ren. I still need a human woman. The dog has its place in my life, but not enough for me. Now listen, ladies, I want to talk to you about this just for a second. I'm at a place in my life, I'm good with my dogs. But I've said, the right human woman could come knock on that door, kick in here and throw some booty on me, and I'll be like, well, okay, I'll take it. I've just said that I'm not parting away from my girls. That ain't happening. That just ain't happening. But the right human woman could throw it on me. But I'm still a little bit different than Ren, because I don't need a human woman right now. But I respect what he's saying, because I've said this. You don't have to be done dating human women, or you ain't got to be doll exclusive to be in this lifestyle now. You can have a girlfriend and have a dog, because my guy 10 Draft Deep that checked in, he got a girlfriend, he got a dog. So you can have a girlfriend and you can have a dog. You can be casually dating and have a dog. You can be a single male with a dog that's still looking to date human women, but guess what? You got your girls at home, so you have nothing to worry about if you face rejection. So you can incorporate the dog life in your life and still incorporate human women. Now, then it's going to be on the human woman whether she open-minded enough to accept what your lifestyle is like, unless you hide it from her. And I'll say this, I tell anybody, you ain't got to be J. Dog King Hefner going outside with your dog. You ain't got to be J. Dog King Hefner going to the restaurants. You ain't got to do anything like that. But I will say this, because I've told people in private on emails and whatever, if you got a wife or if you got a girl and you want a dog, do not hide it. Go on, let her know. Go on, let her know. For one, especially if you got a wife, you don't want her finding out about that, because it's almost the equivalent, really, of cheating, mentally, spiritually, that's something you want to share. You don't want that to be a deal breaker at a later date, because I'm cool with the fact of, like, if I date a human woman now and she decides to have a male companion dog or whatever, I'm cool with that. But what I wouldn't want is to be just dating a woman and all of a sudden, she didn't had a dog. Like, let's just say if I wasn't in a dog life, she had a dog and I just came home and I found it. She hadn't told me that she got a full-size male dog. I'm like, hey, man, you could have told me that. So I encourage everybody to be honest with their mate. That's going to strengthen the relationship. And I say this, you can be like me. If I'm with a woman, if I do mess with a human woman and she can't handle the fact that I got dogs, that's not a human woman I want to be in a long-term relationship with or be dating where I'm interacting with her a whole bunch. We might do some casual sex and call it quits, but that'll be it. So don't hide it. Be honest. And like I say, I respect you, Redneck, saying it ain't enough for you. And Tony Tiger say good publicity, and you know what? I agree. It was definitely good publicity for the dog life, man. Great publicity for this channel, honestly, man. To bring light on what I'm trying to do psychologically with this dog subject, man. And honestly, not only psychologically, man, this channel is going to stand for a lot of things for me, man. As the movement goes on, psychologically, like you say, as I get my hands on more dogs, I want to do some reviews. Right now I'm going to examine things from afar. So stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be breaking down every business I can going forward. But I'm going to be doing that from afar until they start sending me dogs to review and things of that nature. But I can't wait till the channel really breaks off into reviews, serious dog reviews. And that will happen as I begin to accumulate dogs here and as I began to talk more and more with these dog owners, these dog warehouses rather, or dog companies rather, as I get more tuned with what they want to do, then going forward, you'll be seeing a lot more, I guarantee you. Let me see. And we ain't gonna make this just a whole relationship between men and women show, but most of the women I know do not need men for resources. Men make more than me. It depends on where you are. In a college town, it ain't like a moral town. Well, just to speak to that, like you say, man, a lot of some women are materialistic. Some women with money are materialistic. They got a lot and they still want more. But you have some women, just like you said, they doing good, fine by themselves. And what they need more than anything is somebody that ain't gonna black their eye. Somebody that's gonna treat them good. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of good women, but yeah, it's hard to get. It's hard to find them. And more importantly, from a man's standpoint, it's hard for us to know when is the right time to approach them. Women. So if you're looking at this right now, for us, a lot of women just sort of laugh sometimes, be like, yeah, men scared of rejection. Man, y'all don't know rejection is rough. It's an emotional stress on you. A man might come up to you. You might be like, no, I don't want to give you my number. He might walk out with his chest up and his head held high. And he might tell his homies it ain't bothering him. It is. That don't mean he ain't strong and he won't keep going. But man, it's a hard game out here. So you can be having everything going on. You know, you can have your money in your pocket, not needing a man for that, and just wanting a good man. But you know what? On your end, it still can be hard finding a good man because it's the old broke down Negroes that'll hit you in the jaw that's more confident to step to you sometimes than a good man who has been shot down so much where he ain't gonna even try right now. So, like I say, man, the human and human world is a complicated thing. Ray Alvera said the beautiful Cali. Yeah, man, I got her laid out right now. You know, I be having to rest Cali, man, because I do work the hell out of her. I work the hell out of her. Doc Blint says, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I always kiss Sarah. Sometimes I'll be laying by her. What do you say? Hold up. I'm gonna put that up on the screen, man, because I'm gonna put it up on the screen because it just passed by where I couldn't see it no more. I'm so far behind the chat though. That's probably why. That's it. There you go. And y'all gotta excuse me. I'm just far behind on all these comments, man. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm gonna get back to some of these viewer comments that I want to talk about. But most of the women, what do you say? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I always kiss Sarah. Sometimes I'll be laying by her and I just kiss her for a minute or so. I like feeling intimate with Sarah. I don't know about y'all, but I did a video about this. But for me, it actually took a little while for me to get used to kissing my girl because, or even touching my girls, because I've talked about it. TPE, it's got that cool to the touch feeling. And even the lips got that cool to the touch feeling. So sometimes when I would lean down to get that little peck, or sometimes when I would touch the girls, I'd be like, man, they feel sort of cool. It wasn't just, it didn't freak me out, but it'd be like, it didn't feel quite normal. Now, man, I be, like I say, I be kissing the girls like it ain't nothing. That little cool feeling, I don't even really hardly notice it that much anymore. And honestly, sometimes when I go in for the kiss, I always be thinking like, I'm glad I ain't got to worry about nobody having no funky lips or no stinking breath. And like I say, most women I've ever dated got some sweet smelling lips and some sweet smelling breath. But it have been a couple of jokers that had some dragon breath. But when you got a dog, it's just something you ain't got to think about. I want to read this from Plague Network. Ray Alvera said they try to hate on the boy JDKH. You already know it, bro. Big Mom's wedding cake. What up, my friend? I think I got a comment of yours I'm finna discuss soon. And we've been an hour in, y'all. I ain't even got to the comments. What up, man? What up? What up, Big Mom loves wedding cake? I'm almost an hour and I ain't got to the viewer comments on some of my videos. So I honestly like interacting with y'all. That's what I love about the Dog King Power Hour, man. It's so wild. I never know what the hell I'm gonna, really talk about, because over here, I got to my side, I got comments that I want to talk about from some of my videos. But also, man, I get in here and y'all be having such great comments and questions. Sometimes it's hard for me to even get to the comments on my videos. But this is a review of the previous week. That's what the Dog King Power Hour is. It's a review of the previous week of everything I've been doing. What have I been hearing? What have I been seeing? Sometimes I bring you a new company on the Dog King Power Hour to talk about. In the future, I plan on having guests here and there. So it's all type of stuff that you may see on the Dog King Power Hour. It's neither here or neither there. But we do always have an overlying thing. And today it was me being on that Truly show. And of course, I'm always going to discuss viewers. But man, sometimes it's hard to get away from you guys. And in this particular case, I'm gonna hit up Play Network and maybe a couple of more people before I get back to what I was talking about earlier. And Play Network says, I think it's good advertising for the dog community in general, talking about that Truly thing that I did. Little by little, people will see and understand this is much more than people assume at first glance. Than we assume at first glance. Can we watch that interview.it? I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means at the end of Play Network. Are you saying, can we watch that interview? I'm not sure what you was trying to say. Maybe you said something down here a little bit later. But I know you can watch that Truly show. I have it linked in the review that I did on my video a couple of videos back, where I did a review of the Truly show. Or you can go on Truly's YouTube page and go under there, Love Don't Judge, and you'll see that video there. And I actually put the link to that Truly video that they did on me in here for you to be able to watch it. But I do believe it's definitely good advertisement for the dog community in general. And as a lot of people would come in on the Truly show, that would say, "Hey, you just having sex with the dogs and da 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 da," and which ain't nothing wrong if you do have sex with your dogs, companion dogs. That's one of the uses that they can provide for you is a sexual relief. I just have not evolved to that point yet. But it's just funny that most people out there, and it's ignorance. It's not that they're bad people. It's just ignorance. They don't understand yet. They truly believe that all these dogs are high grade deal. I mean, well, I don't want to say that word, but high grade sex toys. That's what they think they are. High grade sex toys. And that's not what these are. These dogs are so much more. You can make it a sex toy, and that's all it can be if that's what you want it to be. But man, I don't know how you can live with a dog for several months and it not becoming something more to you, unless you do what I say that some people do, and that's hide the dog out of your sight. If you put the dog in the closet under your bed where you don't see it, you ain't gonna develop that connection. But if you leave that dog out in any form or fashion, if you don't develop some sort of connection with it, you ain't alive. You are not alive. I think somebody brought this up, if not you, last show, my friend. But he asked me, can love dogs be customized according to anime character we want? I've heard of some companies doing it to the T, as long as you got the money to pay them. And I actually heard that Piper Doll will make the anime doll you want if you ask them to. But you got to think about this. When you asking the dog company to make an exact doll that you want, I ain't saying in all cases, they may have the mold that'll fit what you want sometimes, and it may be cheaper. But this is just what I've heard from my own research, because I did investigate and getting a doll made that somebody didn't have. From what I've been hearing from companies is they would have to make a specific mold for the doll that you want, meaning that they don't have that at the factory. They have to make a whole mold just for you. And so you have to pay the expense for that particular mold. And man, from what I've heard, that can go into the thousands and thousands. Now, I don't want to dissuade you. The best way to get an answer to that question is ask. I have heard Piper Doll will do that, though. They are one of the companies that I heard will do that. And somebody mentioned something about another company that does a lot of anime dolls as well. I can't think of who it is, though. I can't think of who it is. Man, I gotta get to this right here, man, because I don't know how. I don't know where this came from, but I didn't see it, and I gotta get to that. Where is it at, though? Oh, it's way down here. I'm gonna go skip that real quick because I gotta show my boy some love. I got something big time that it just happened, so I gotta show him some love, and then I come back up. I gotta show this some love. I got to show this some love right here, man, because once again, it's somebody who keep me alive and well, pursuing the dream of my life, man, being here with you guys. And I promise you, this is the dream, to be here with you guys and help you as much as I can. So let me go back up while that's generating, because I don't see it yet. Okay, there it is. Blue Blast, my man, with a $10 donation. I appreciate you, man. Love the Dollar King Power Hour. Happy to help support the Dream Health with love, man. If anybody knows Blue Blast, man, this guy definitely is a supporter, man. And man, That's some big time stuff right there. I appreciate it. And I promise you, I don't know what it looks like on your end, guys, with your super stickers and things of that nature and the tags. But however you support the show, I appreciate you. Donations, I appreciate it. Definitely not required, but I'm gonna tell you something. They help me live. Little by little. Some person might be like, "Man, Blue Bass gave you $10. How does helping you live, man?" Over time, I'm gonna look back on these days and be like, "Man, why am I buying this hamburger today? Why am I buying a girl new outfit today? Deep into the future, I'm gonna be like, man, why am I buying a new doll or something? Never know. I'm foreseeing in the future to where, man, all these provisions will come to help the show at some point. Man, how will I get a new camera, man, to help you guys see me and the girls better so it won't be so fuzzy? It'll be a donation from a year ago that has added up over time. So I appreciate you, love you guys, and I'm definitely gonna leave it up there, Blue Blast. And man, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go back up. Now I tell you what, I'm gonna leave that up for a second, and I'm gonna go back up to Plague Network's comment. Oh, so yeah, back to this comment. I want to finish it. Yeah, so it's some companies that will do the anime characters. Ren X says I got a new wig, but you have to investigate that. Ren X says I got a new wig and 2 outfits for my dog. Pretty cool, man. Nothing like getting a new wig. We're gonna talk about that in the future here coming up. Ray Vera asked me, has my cat ever attacked the girls? And no, they have not. Thank God. Yeah, there go Hazel, a female. You know what, Hazel? I'm gonna stop right there because I gotta. Whenever, like I said, these new female subscribers come in, it sets me aback for a second. Y'all don't understand how important it is for me to have female subscribers here. It's because most of us here that own dogs are going to be men. I understand that, but man, just to have it's cool to have some women in the room. I don't give a damn. It's just cool to have some women in the room, man. And so, man, I just love it. It's almost like I can smell some perfume around here. I appreciate y'all. So when I come back, I'm gonna start with her comments. But I want to definitely, man, talk about some of the viewer comments over the last week. And as I ended with when I was talking about the truly, I was talking about how, man, God will let people see. He'll let how many people see me that he wants to see me at a time. It's this concept called being hidden. He knows what you're ready for. Because with the type of show that I did on Truly, Love Don't Judge, man, that show could have easily, 1 million people could have seen it by now. But have you noticed? It hasn't been that many. Why? Because that's not his plan today. That's not his plan today. So, man, I do this show because I was doing motivational shows over my history of starting this channel. And I would often bring God up. But then I was just like, you know what? It came to me, man, to just start doing the Reset Sundays every Sunday. I do a motivational show because I think it's good to get people's week started off to a good start, to hear something positive. I don't care where you get the resource from. It's just something. It's good to put something positive in your heart at the beginning of a day to get you prepared to take on a lot of the negative things that happen in a normal day. So on my video, on my last Reset Sunday, excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat was getting caught up. On my last Reset Sunday, it was entitled Forget the Past. And as I was saying earlier in this show, I'm like, man, I talk about God, but man, I ain't trying to run you off. Now, if you run off, I'm not mad at you. Because some people who don't believe in God, they can't stand to hear the word. And they and hey, I understand if you just can't stand to hear the word. But look, man, I ain't trying to run you off. I love you no matter what you believe. Because I believe that we're all a work in progress. Where I am today don't mean that's where you're going to be at today. And as a fellow human being, I want best for you. And so we all look at things from our perspective. From my perspective, God is the center of my life and our universe. And believing in him, yeah, I believe it's gonna bring you all type of good fortune in your life. And it's gonna make your heart feel better on a regular basis. But I ain't trying to force you to go there. I ain't trying to force you. I'm just sharing you my experiences, right? I said that earlier. So I said all that to say this. A viewer name and new subscriber named Brandon Dindin. He said, really digging your vibe, Jay. He talking about on my video, Forget the Past. He say, I'm really digging your vibe, Jay. I kind of tuned out in the beginning being an atheist. But you brought up a lot of good points that I should incorporate into my own life. He says, and I'm reading this off my phone. He says, I discovered you on Truly and sub to support a fellow dog lover. And now you're dropping knowledge bombs on me. Well, I appreciate you, Brandon Dindin. I appreciate any of you guys that are getting anything and encouragement from that Reset Sundays. But what I really want to focus on is he's an atheist. And he said he got something from it. That's all Reset Sundays is here for. It ain't to make you believe anything. Man, it's for you to be uplifted. So don't think that I'm running you off. I love you. Like I said, man, I say this before. I've talked about it before. I'm going to make it quick. I had a friend that was literally claimed to worship the devil. But he was my friend. And he never did anything harmful to me. He just chose to believe it. I chose to walk into what I believe. Man, after a couple months, he didn't choose to believe that anymore. But it wasn't because I beat him up. It wasn't because I told him, hey, man, you don't need to believe that. I just told him, this is what I believe. This is what I believe. And eventually, something happened with him where he didn't believe that anymore. So whether you are atheist, whether you believe in something totally direct to me, you are welcome to view any of my videos. You're welcome to come here and watch anything. I want you to get encouragement from whatever I do. I ain't here to run you off. It ain't on me to judge what your soul is doing and how you interacting with God or not interacting. That ain't on me. My only job here is to share my love with you, share my passion for what I love, which is these girls over here. And guess what? The piece of me that you're getting indirectly is the fact that I do have a faith in a higher power, and I wear it on my sleeve. Not to slap you in the face, though. It's just to allow myself to love you. So I always tell my atheist brothers out there and sisters and whoever you are, look, when I share something about God, you believe what you want, listen to what you want, but just let me love you, because that's all I'm doing, sharing my love with you. So that was related to the Truly thing. It's saying, hey, you know what? I let him control how many people he want to see that. And in the case of my Reset Sundays, if you get something from it, I'm happy. But I don't want you to feel like you can't get nothing from it if you don't believe in a higher power. So I want to knock that out, and I want to bring that situation out first. The next thing I want to talk about, because I'm going to run through some of these quick, because I want to get back to y'all, to be quite honest. Another view I want to talk about is Tony Tiger. My guy, he always checking in on us, y'all. He always checking in on us. So he made a comment on my double layover technique. It was unrelated to the video, though, but it still was a comment worth sharing. And actually, it's touching on the fact that I have a religious base, but I want to actually address what he said. I definitely want to address what he said. Okay, here it is. I already answered him, but I want to make sure that people on a wider range heard my answer to him. But he said, and this comment was on my double layover technique video, but it was unrelated. Well, it was related to a certain degree because he's talking about the way I'm laying in this video. So it was related. I take that back, Tony. So he said, hey, Big J, I know you say you're not an idolater. And for anybody that does not know, idolatry is a word that some doll owners refer to themselves as, which I am not a fan of, and I don't consider myself that because I think it refers to somebody idolizing, which I love my girls, but I don't worship my girls. But he says, I know you say you're not an idolater and you don't worship your dolls, but if someone was watching you do this from afar, say from the heavens, I guess, or maybe just 20 feet away, it could appear that you are prostrating yourself to something. I just laid over my girls, showing how you can lay on them for relaxation. But he says it could be misperceived as me prostrating myself to something, which he could be right. He said, remember that even Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light, my friend. Now, that last sentence, I didn't know whether he was saying, is he saying that I'm masquerading as an angel of light? I'm not quite sure. But I would say this. The meat of what he said was this, and I already answered him this, but I want everybody to hear this. He was talking about how somebody might perceive me and how they may judge me. Like I told him, the beautiful thing about God is he sees your heart. It doesn't matter how man sees me, and it does not matter how they judge me. It does not matter about their misconceptions or misperceptions. At the end of the day, it's God who judges you. Don't worry about how man judges you. If you worry about how man judges you, you will have no peace, my friend, because man is going to judge you at every turn. So I would say this. If anybody was really evaluating that video and hearing what I was saying, I don't see how they would get prostrating from that video. But I'll say this. If they did get that from that video, that's something that I cannot worry about. And I won't worry about, the misconceptions or misperceptions of man. I have to run my race, keep my head going forward, Tony, knowing that, you know what? God knows my heart. He knows I love him, and he knows I have good intentions. And that's the same with any of you out there. Once you got good intentions on whatever you're trying to do, you can't worry about getting perceived incorrectly. You got to run your race and keep going. I ain't gonna lie, it's a video coming up that's gonna be addressing some more of how you got to focus on running your own race. It may be either this Reset Sunday or next Reset Sunday, but keep on the lookout for that. Okay, I'm leaving that donation up there, y'all, because that's major from Blue Blast. $10. Oh, that's major. I appreciate it. I appreciate Intellectual for that $5 donation earlier and that great question. So I'm gonna run through a few more of these. Tony, back to Tony, and I don't even have to look this one up, but Tony did say something. I tell you what, I'm gonna look it up because it's right here. Tony said, he also said something else. He said, Tony the Tiger says, I want to see you take your daughter to church to introduce her to your pastor. And he did a little laughing thing. Well, I promise you, I want to, Tony. The problem here is I don't go to church here in my city. And I'm really a big proponent of this. I don't listen to a whole bunch of pastors. I only listen to really one. It's only one that really speaks to my spirit. And I say this with pastors. You really got to find the one that harmonizes with your spirit, the one that brings out the song of praise in your spirit. Everybody ain't gonna do it. You can go to a lot of pastors that just, you just sitting in church just to be sitting there. That ain't what you want. You want your spirit to feel like it's getting fed. And honestly, it's only one person on this planet right now. I ain't gonna mention him because I want you guys to find your own voice. as far as a pastor. But there's only one person right now that really speaks to my spirit, and he's out of town. But I do, and I have said to myself that I want to make that trip one day and show up in there with my girl, and I know it is gonna happen. Of course, it's probably gonna be Cali. I'm sure it could be another one. Hell, by that time, it could be more than it could be 4 or 5 girls that might come to church with me. Who knows? The future may progress to a point where I can, man, have my girls with me in a way that I can't even imagine today. So, just to let you know, Tony, it's a thought. And if I had a church home here, I would go here. But I did tell you one thing, just to let you know, I don't do stuff just for stunts. So I'm not going to go to a church just to go to a church when it's not a church that I want to go to, or a church I'm getting fed from. So, man, that's just a couple of comments in, y'all. Ching Long asked me to do a piece on Iron Tech Doll. I plan on doing that, Ching Long. I appreciate you chiming in. Oh, my goodness. This is great, y'all. COD 187. Oh, man, COD 187. I'm sorry, man. This is the last one I'm going to do. And I'm going to come back to you guys for a second. But COD 187 said this. I got to look this up so I can talk about it. I got to look this up. I'm sorry, y'all. Here it is, right? Okay, there it is. Perfect. So, COD 187, he asked me on the same video, actually. He asked me something about the 5 love languages. 5 love languages. And so I'm going to get to that statement, right? Oh, here it is. COD 187. He said, have you heard of the 5 love languages? Your primary one could be physical touch, which is a good one to have for dog owners. Now, he made this comment on my video called the double layover technique, where I said when you lay across 2 of your girls laying next to each other, you'll get the 4 stages of memory stimulation. 4 points of memory stimulation. Because when you're laying across 2 girls at a time, their chest areas is going to be pressed up against your chest area. And I can't lie, it's a relieving stress relieving feeling. And he basically said that out of the 5 love languages, the physical touch could be the number 1 for dog owners. And I love that he brought that up, but I do disagree with him. I'm going to tell you why. The 5 love languages from my research are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. Now, on this list, I do believe physical touch is definitely high. But for me, I think I would have to pick quality time as the number 1 love language for having a companion dog. Now, if you just have your dog just for sexual purposes, I can see why you could choose physical touch. I did say in the video that physical touch relieves stress. So that still remains true. But keep in mind, I've had my girls for a nice while now, well over a year, and we haven't had any sexual contact or any excessive physical contact. What I really get happiness from is them being here with me, them being here in my company. Basically, quality time. So my number 1, J Dog King Hefner's number one language of love out of the list that I just read, which is, once again, words of affirmation, which is good, quality time, which is good, physical touch, which is good, acts of service, which is good, and receiving gifts, which is good. The number 1 for me is quality time. And I will say, you know what? I think it's third though, because once again, although I think physical touch is important, I speak over my girls. Even though it's not important, I don't think communication is that important in relationships where you have to also have an active form of conversation. I do speak a lot of good things over my dogs, you know, and I do talk to them in a direct way where they don't really necessarily have to answer, closed-ended statements and things of that nature. So, I think you could fight with words of affirmation and physical touch, but I'd be cool with you putting physical touch second. But quality time first, maybe physical touch, then you can go words of affirmation. Or in my case, I'd probably go quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch. Man, it's a tough list. Cause man, I'm looking down at acts of service. I'm like, well, man, I gotta watch the girls and move them around. Man, I don't know. It may be quality time, acts of service. That's what sounds more right. Quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation. So physical touch probably fourth. And I know receiving gifts feels, because even when I was with a human woman, that was always gonna be, no offense, ladies, I love you guys, but man, buying gifts ain't never the funnest thing in a relationship, not to me. So, with all that said, give me 2 seconds now. I'm gonna take a quick break. I appreciate anybody that's still hanging in here with me, man. We got a lot more fun to have. Man, we're an hour and 22 in. Look, we might just go a little long today. I'm gonna hit a few more of these viewer questions up on my videos, but what I'm really finna do is come back to this comment section, and I hope a lot of y'all still there so I can address some of the questions that I'm sure y'all done asked. And hell, depending on the time, man, shoots, we may have to call it quits. We'll just see where everything lie when I get back. And I'm leaving that donation up there, Blue Blast. And also, thanks to you earlier, intellectual. I ain't forgot you. Give me 5 minutes, y'all. Not minutes, but seconds. Okay, guys, I'm back. Man, I'm definitely interested to see where we left off at. I don't know if I answered this one, but just to make sure I did, Ray Alvera, he asked, has the cats ever attacked my girls? No, they ain't never attacked my girls. It's funny, man. Cats so smart. Animals are so smart. God made these animals and things a lot smarter. They just like we are, really, man, just on a different level than people get them credit for. But my cats really treat them like humans, man. They treat them like different humans, to where, you know, they'll still sort of sniff them and whatever, and they'll lay on them or whatever a little bit, but they look at them like they just like me. That's what really amazes me, man, because at first I used to be scared to leave my girls out around them. Now, man, I just leave out of here. I do whatever I got to do, man, and guess what? The cats ain't going to bother them. Oh, yeah, this is where I want to leave. This is where I left off at. Hey, Blue Blast, I love you, bro. I want to let you know, man, I left Blue Blast up there for that long because I appreciate what he did. Great donation. I thank you. I want to show this one, though, man. Now that I'm back, this is one I want to start off with. This right here. Sometimes my buttons don't want to cooperate, y'all. But Hazel Ross said, yes, you said it perfectly. I don't know what she was talking about now, but just the fact that and that's a guy. So sorry about that. I was about to say I'm glad a girl in here, but that hair threw me off. Uh Sorry about that, my friend. Glad you here though. If I had a real girlfriend, don't get me wrong, we would chat, I would chat away. Believe me, man. I've said, man, conversation with a human woman can be very, very it can be very beneficial. Sometimes you need to vent some stuff. It can be very, but a lot of times that stuff can get very poisonous. Tony the Tiger said, I don't care how you slice it. Women are very expensive. Hell yeah. I put the now, hey, this ain't to bash a human woman now. A woman is expensive now. If you treat her right, I'm just talking about just a normal girl. You know, you ain't even if you don't try to just buy her stuff. Man, if you go out on dates and stuff, and you know, because you want to take a woman out every now and then, you got to. I say, man, this me in a relationship. I tried to take a woman out at least once every 2 weeks. But when I was going with a girl, like it could be somewhere small, but we went somewhere every weekend. Just somewhere small. We went somewhere every weekend, but if nothing else, every couple weeks. That it can get expensive. You know, every time you with your woman and you stop at fast food, you used to buy one combo, now it's two every time. It gets expensive over time. And that's why I said people talk about how much companion dogs cost, which they are an expense, but they're an upfront expense. Now, afterwards, you decide how much you're going to spend. And I will say this, companion dogs can be expensive on the back end too, because here's the deal. Women ask you to do for them in a lot of instances. But when you get a companion dog, they might not ask you to do it, but you find yourself wanting to do all the stuff that the human woman was asking you to do for them. It's just easier to do because ain't nobody asking you to do it. And that's why I be trying to say it's just a different mentality when you got your girls, because I still be feeling pressure. Like right now, 3 of the girls got some decent amount of clothes, but they still ain't just high fashion. I ain't saying high fashion like I got to spend a boatload, but I'm saying it ain't everything that I really want to go buy them. It's just I've got them some clothes. Saima ain't hardly got no clothes. You know, I ain't never really figured out her sizes all the way. And right now, you know, I'm sort of, it's just no mistake about it. I'm trying to conserve. Hey, I'm trying to live my dream. And they going to wear my t-shirts until I can afford better. But I'm telling you, man, I want to buy more for them and I want to do more for them. And so they could be expensive, but a woman, you feel pressure to do it. That's the difference. And they can be very expensive, even if they ain't high maintenance. Now, this is something very, very peculiar. He says, bite, I'm talking myself. Fortunately, I found a woman who has friends to talk to about some stuff, and she gives me my smoke and she right. Because you need some time by yourself. Because like I said, I knew a guy, man, no offense, I have never been this guy who could talk to his girl at work 24/7, never get off the phone. And I used to be like, dude, I ain't tell him this, but I used to think like, how can you do this? You know, after 10, 15 minutes, I'm sort of like, okay, baby, what you doing? What you got up? Oh, really? Okay, good. We'll get back together later. Let's let something happen in our day. You know, because sometimes, man, you talk about the meat of a conversation 10 minutes in. Hey, I don't want to ask you what color shoes you wearing for the 20th time. You know, we can talk later now. And some dudes, man, they're just stay on the phone talking about how many threads in their jeans. I can't do that, man. Oh, let me hear this. Let me hear this. I never asked anyone out. I never asked out anyone till now. I'm in high school. Either I'm coward or I have too much pride to get rejected. That's why anime waifu is best. Well, I could give you, I can give you advice to reinforce what you're saying, or I can give you advice like a big brother. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give you the big brother advice. So here's the deal. You're in high school, and I appreciate you for being interested in this life. I really do. I'm not dissuading you from getting a dog at all. But I will say this. You need experiences with a human woman. You don't want to come to this side without experiencing some times with a human woman, my friend. It's necessary to get the full happiness out of this side of the lifestyle. Now, those who have never been with a human woman and are on this side of the lifestyle, they might not understand what I'm saying now, but it's true. You don't want to get on this side of the lifestyle wondering how a human relationship is. Get it out the way. You're in the best time to get it out the way, my friend. You're in high school, surrounded by women. The best time to get rejected. You know why? Because as soon as you get rejected, when you turn around to your left, it's going to be another one. When you turn around to your right, it's going to be another one. Rejection builds you. Remember this. Some I'm going to talk about in the distant future. You're not going to grow from what you don't go through. You ain't going to get stronger from the fire that you don't walk through. You ain't going to get better from the times that weren't hard. Diamonds don't get made from a lack of pressure. They get made from the application of pressure. As I said, rejection does not feel good, but it's a necessary evil to learn what the hell you need to say. It's a necessary evil to learn that you can't be concerned that about somebody's opinion of you. They may think you ain't good enough. Then you know what that does? Forces you to look on the inside and say, you know what? I am good enough. It makes you have to look in yourself. It makes you have to grow. And I would tell you this, you're in high school, man. At some point, you got to experience some love making in your life with a human woman. Because, man, the way I caress my girls now, I might not make love to them or nothing, but even when I was laying with Saima last night or waking up with Callie this morning, when I was hugging them and embracing them, man, I'm embracing them, and my hands are running over them just like I did with my human girls. It's muscle memory, but it's doing it in such a way. I'm rubbing them and caressing their backs and stuff. I'm doing it in such a way because I remember what they like, bro. I remember how to touch a woman. I remember how they react. And so when I give that love to my girls, it brings them to life much more. You might get a woman and never have touched a human woman, and you may experiment with her, but everything you're doing is going to be unproven. Every way you touching them is going to be unproven. You're going to learn more about a woman's anatomy. Don't get me wrong. Because I said that even a young man growing up, 16, you know, even if you was to grow up and it was to be something implemented, because I did a video about it, talking about preventing teenage pregnancy. If it was some way to where men can get hold of a dog younger, you can learn more about the female anatomy and things of that nature. But you need to learn about the psychology. Whether you fail or not, you need to have experiences. You need to have one good love making experience. Because some people say, well, what if I go out and have love and it's funky? It's a chance. What if I go out and have love and the love making experience wasn't good? It's a chance. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Keep on going until you find a good experience. Because once you have a good experience, then you, in my opinion, you can come to the dogs or whatever. But you need to feel that good experience. Because, man, let me tell you something. I'm sure when I make love to my dogs, it's going to be amazing. But it's only going to be more amazing to me from the standpoint of when I do make love to them, it's going to be a simulation of what I did with human ladies. I know what made them happy. Guess what? That's how I'm going to move. I know what makes me happy, of course. But you need to know how to flow. You need to know how to move. And let me tell you something. I've often talked about it ain't nothing like the scent Oh, Lord Jesus, of a clean vagina. It ain't nothing like the scent. Some of these dudes out here that don't know what a vagina smell like, man, you talking about fish? You talking about mackerel? You talking about tuna? You don't even know what you talking about. If you thinking that a clean vagina smells like tuna. A clean vagina, you can make love to her all night and it ain't finna smell like tuna. It's gonna have a small little bite, a little bite on it, just a musky bite that entrances you like no perfume you have ever encountered in your life. Lord have mercy. And don't even get to start talking about the small and subtle scents that can come from a clean underarm or clean toes. Lord Jesus. So all I'm saying is you need those experiences, man. Even when I pleasure myself, because I don't do it with the girls right now, I don't think about a porno and things of that nature. Man, a lot of times, a lot of things that comes into my imagination is when I was making love. Thinking about, oh man, I remember when I was doing this, or I remember when I was doing that. What if I didn't have those experiences to think about? What would I be imagining? Stuff that happened in a movie? Or on some on porno or something? No, you need some of your own experiences, my friend. And like I told people before, I would be unauthentic if you want me to lie to you. All you need is a doll for your rest, and you ain't never got to experience a human relationship. If you do that, I'm here for you. I love you. I give you advice. I help you. But if you asking a dog king, do you ever need to date a human woman? You're damn right. You need to know that you ain't gonna find the one. Like I told people, I'm so for this lifestyle. It cuts out so much of the frustration of that other lifestyle, the complexities. But let me tell you something. Every now and then, it's a connection that happens that lasts a lifetime. Every now and then, with the human to human thing, it's a connection that lasts a lifetime. I ain't talking about 30 years and you get a divorce. I'm talking about till both of y'all die. I wouldn't want to rip you off of potentially meeting that person by saying, no, don't ever try. No, try. Get frustrated so much, get sick of it. After you had a real making love experience, because you got to do that. Once you sick of it, okay, come over here. But I do want everybody to have at least one good love making experience to where, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to know it was good because when you get done, you're going to be like, damn. That thing smelled good. It felt good. And I promise you, once you recover that next day, you're going to be like, man, I can't wait to do that again. That's when you know it was good. Now, if you wake up and be like, oh, that was stanky funky, I want my dog. I don't want that no more. You didn't have the right experience. And I know I went on long for that, but I had to explain to little bro right there because I just can't have people living under the delusion that I think that's best for them. No, you need double experience. I ain't never wondering. Look, there's a lot of fine women, believe me, that just joined the Dog King family. From the pictures I seen, there's a lot of fine ones out there. But I'm not desiring a human woman. Why? Because the Dog King done had plenty of vagina, bro. That's another thing people were saying on the Truly video. You need to experience human women. You need to get a relationship so you can see how it is. Man, I done had many a human relationship. The Dog King done had many a human woman. That's why I am cool with this lifestyle, at least for now. Like I said, I can't foresee getting rid of the girls, but a lot of the human women have asked me, so you just done? No. If some woman kick my door in and we end up having casual sex every now and then, yeah, we can do it. If she kicked my door in and we sort of start dating, yeah, we can do it. If somebody end up literally, which I don't really see this happening, but if it happens, when somebody actually hooks me to where she my full-time girlfriend and she cool with the girls, okay, I ain't gonna just fight against it. But hence, she best be cool with these girls. But I'm not chasing it down because I've had it. And my high school friend, Big Mom, that's how I want you to be. I want you, when you come over on this side, you'll be like, well, I ain't got to have the other side because I done been there before. No, that was a long one, but man, you needed that. You needed that more than anybody. Tony Tiger said you can't trust him, and that's the truth. You always got to be skeptical of. You got to give a certain amount of trust when you meeting anybody. But man or woman, can't nobody be completely trustful at the beginning. People, you got to let people earn your trust as time goes along. And Big Mom says he's a reserved person. Guess what? Don't speak that over your life. That might be how you are, but that may be one of your attributes, but that's something you can overcome. You know, you can overcome being reserved to meet somebody. So I ain't gonna give you no excuse. I know plenty of quiet dudes that got it done, and you can get it done. Ren said I was single to damn near 40. I had to tell you. Hold on, I don't even know what he's saying. I gotta just put that up there. Because he got me laugh. Hold on, I gotta put that up there. I was single to damn near 40. I had plenty to tell you. I just never dated any seriously ex-women. Not all relationships were awesome, but no regrets because I learned to have fun. That's the thing, man. Like, it's a viewer named Ed, and he really having a hard time letting go his negative relationships. And Ed, if you tune in, much love to you, brother. But he's doing a lot better now. But I'm just bringing his name up to say, man, it's hard to let go some of this negative energy from some of those past relationships. It's just hard. But you can get over it. Start speaking positive. Start looking forward to the next day, you know, of the great things that's coming in your life. And you know what? Once you start letting go of that negativity, you'll start being just like Brandon said. You'll look back and start appreciating the lessons you learned. Man, I was actually engaged and stuff before a couple times. Man, I was actually mad that didn't happen. Man, right now, I'm so happy that never happened. Man, the Dog King could have had kids and a family. I wouldn't have the girls right now. And for me, some people might be like, man, but you would be with a real family. But for me, I found out something that I didn't know back then. This is my true fantasy. This is my true happiness. You know, I'm happier now than I've ever been in any type of human relationship. And that's not a knock against human women, because like I say, I still miss the smell of clean human vagina right now. Lord have mercy. But I'm just saying the fact that this lifestyle is the lifestyle for me. And I wouldn't have known, you know, when those things weren't working out, that this lifestyle was waiting on me in the future. Now back to Tony. Big JDKH, how do you get the girls to shut up? He said, mine just talk. I'm gonna get to it now, y'all. He said, all mine do is talk, driving me crazy. I can't lie. I'm assuming he's talking about his companion dogs. And mine don't talk in my head like that, but they do talk more than they used to do, Tony. You know, I hear I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna do a show about it recently, but mainly they be mocking me with the way they look at me, bro. That's what makes me pissed off, especially this one right here. Every time I go to pick her up, she always laughing at me like I can't get the job done, and I'm just getting just about sick of her. But mine don't overtalk me, you know. I know I said I don't really think that talking is important in relationships, human to human. I think it's overrated. I have said that. But for me, I do talk to the girls a little bit more. But it's good that they don't respond. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's closed-ended things. Like I said, like, Saima, let's go, Saima. You ready, girl? You ready for the day? I say something like that. I don't need a response to that, but it just feels good to communicate to her. Now, in my head, you know, she might be like, yeah, I'm ready, but that's all it is. It ain't no long, drawn-out conversation. So, like I say, man, that's why I say this life for me is amazing. It allows me to just live exactly how I want to live, no stress. Like I say, man, it's a lot of things about a human relationship and human women from my standpoint, because human women have to look at it from their standpoint. They look at it like, okay, if I get a companion dog, how am I going to view what I'm not going to get from a human man? I ain't going to have nobody working on my car. I ain't going to have nobody getting up fixing the sink. I ain't going to have nobody picking up the TV for me or carrying in the groceries. So they had to consider those things. I ain't got to consider those things. From my standpoint, I got to consider what I'm getting out of a woman. And for the most part, the things that I'm not getting, it ain't detracting from my life. But I say it's certain little subtle things that I might miss about a woman. Like I miss a woman's walk. You know, now I might sit my girl up and stand my girl up next to the bed, but it ain't like that walk with a booty just flipping through the house. Now that's a little different, And so, like I say, it's a give or take with the doll life. If you're gonna be doll exclusive, it's a give or take. And for me, since I'm pretty much doll exclusive, I ain't like I said, I haven't dated a woman since I got my girls. It's a give or take that I'm cool. I've been cool with. What? Oh my God. Oh no, man. I hope that didn't happen for real. That hurt right there. Can you shout out my boy Cobra? What? He was ashamed of his doll and destroyed it whilst pretending that it got stolen by crackheads. Oh man, that hurt me, man. Damn, it's hard for me to just think of somebody doing that type of thing to their dog. So, man, Cobra, I ain't here to judge you on that. I just say this, man. Look, man, don't let it ever get that bad. Don't let people judging you ever get that bad, man. I know it can be easier said than done, man, because a lot of people, if you haven't, I'm just being honest, man. If you ain't got certain things in place in your life or certain ways you were raised, like backbones, people you can call, or even a religious base or something like that, a positive influence that you can think back on, man, you can trick yourself into getting defined by how others view you. And it can begin to overwhelm you just like it did Cobra. And man, make him destroy his dog, man. And that's really hurts me, man, because when I first got in the dog game, and this guy, he got several million views on this video, and I can't even remember his name off the bat, but you can just, if you end up doing a search on sex dogs, you can probably find him. But it's I don't want to give him publicity, but it's so frustrating to see his video where he just slapping this I think it's a WM doll. The Shakira doll. He just picking this doll up, slapping it, throwing it around, doing all type of stuff. And I remember when I was first getting my dolls and I ran across that video, before I was really knew how to rule my atmosphere in the way that I do today, that video really bothered me. I was so upset. I made a video about it too, about not harming your dogs, about people shouldn't be harming their dogs. But I say this is a different thing. It's not just him abusing his dog. He just felt so ashamed that he destroyed it. And that's just a very, very, it just hurts my spirit that he was that hurt. I feel bad for the girl that he destroyed. Reason being, these girls are therapeutic. Even if you don't want your girl, it could have been somebody she could have helped. Could have been somebody that wanted her. If you hadn't done irreparable damage to her sexually already or anything. I don't know how he treated her. But I just say this, Cobra. If you had a dog, you probably need a dog. And if you need a dog, you need to get a dog. But you need to get a dog once you get your head wrapped around the fact that it ain't a damn thing wrong with you. It ain't nothing wrong with having imagination. A lot of people been calling me crazy, even on the Truly video. And Ray Alvera, the YouTube channel that featured me was Truly, and that's coming up in another question. But it's Truly. But I just say this, man. A lot of people on that Truly video come in and they was talking bad about me. You can't let that stuff define you, man. You better, because you know why? If I let it define me or you let it define you, once again, I've said it before. Now you're going to be living for their happiness. They're going to be somewhere happy while you unhappy. So, man, look here. Don't do it, Cobra. And I'm going to post this for Ray Vera. And I'm gonna get back to some of these viewer questions because man, we heading up on the 2 hour mark. Normally the Doc King Power Hour, it goes a little over 2 hours. So, we getting there, but I really ain't in no rush. Ray Vera, what was the name of the YouTube channel that featured you? I want to watch it. Once again, and I hope I remember, and I'm sure I will. The channel that featured me was called Truly, Truly. And that's actually why the name of this show is Truly Amazing. It's a play on that channel because they did a show about me. And the section of shows is called Love Don't Judge. I will attach that show, a link to that show in the description to this video. So it will be there for anybody that's on this live stream. And if you just tuning in, the whole purpose of this live stream was I was talking about that Truly show that I was blessed to be on, for one. And for two, I've been talking about a few viewer comments on some of my videos. I didn't get to a whole bunch of them. And I really been responding to a lot of you guys in live time. Been having a lot of fun. We ran up on the 2 hour mark. And Ray Alvera, I also have tweeted that show on Twitter, that Truly show. So if you're on Twitter, you can look through my tweets, and I'm sure you can find that show that I did. It's a Truly review. It's a review I did on Truly, and it's a link to the show in that video. So if you get a hold of that video, it's a link in that Truly video on that review video. Boy, I'm gonna hate to relook at this and look at that little segment because I know that sounded horrific. Either way. Let me catch up with the chat for a second, and I'm gonna get back to a few I tell you what. I'm gonna read a few more of these, and I'm gonna get back to a few of these viewer comments. Blue Blast, hey Jay, help my man. What up, Blue Blast? I appreciate you, bro. Let me see what he's saying right quick. He said, I saw that Truly documentary about you. I thought it was cool. He said, although it was odd to see you carry Cat outside with her face cut, it made it look like you didn't want to know what. Perfect. I'm glad you brought that up. It's something I mentioned in a review I did on Truly. Her face was only covered up because it was raining that day. And honestly, we wanted to get out and do something more active that day, but we didn't get a chance to because it was pouring down raining. And like I told him, normally I do not take the girls out when it's raining, but I didn't want him to come way from wherever he was driving from to film us and us not get out. And so I covered up Callie's face, and so she wouldn't get wet, because it's not gonna make her melt from getting wet. But I'm not trying to get her wet and water get all up under her neck and get into her skeleton and start making her mold. So if anybody knows me, y'all know damn well I ain't scared to let the girls be seen by the world with me. And that was just a circumstance to preventing me from letting her face be seen. But I do understand what you mean, because that's just Hollywood. Hollywood make you perceive, make you look like they want you to look. And the other thing I thought was funny is even the way they did the look close up on the cats and stuff. Had, cats look crazy anyway, but the editing made them look like they were looking at us crazy. Which I'm gonna be honest, Luke look at me like I'm crazy any damn way, even before the girls got here. So Hollywood is a mug. And how they kept replaying my laugh, I thought that was hilarious though, but it didn't go down like that. So it was a lot of things that they put a twist on, but it wasn't anything that I took offense to, really. Nothing. Let me see. Oh, sweet. Hey, look, Blue Blast, I ran across your donation again. I'm going to put it back up here. I'm going to put it back up there. The hell with it. Hey. But Blue Blast asked me, is there going to be a part 2 of the Truly video? They should do a long form interview with you so you can really go in depth to a wider audience. Oh, I talked to them for, like I told you, 8-9 hours. So they got other Now they better not. I hope that they don't try. They ain't gonna release that because they didn't get my permission to release that part of it. But they do got a lot more. I told you I said a lot more, but they just chose to only show that small amount, and that's Hollywood for you. You shoot 8 hours for them to show 8 minutes. That's how it go. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see this. Plague Network. She was responding to something I said earlier. She said, YouTube wouldn't let me type anymore. She said, I was saying, can we watch that interview somewhere? But hey, I have to check that out. The link soon. Okay, yeah. And I definitely share that link to that Truly interview on this show. I definitely do that. And I see that I got a little lag with my show here. I hope you guys are all right. I'm gonna get back to the viewer comments because we at 2 hours now, but I'm still having so much fun, man. He said the top stigma against dogs is like making love to a dead body. But it's for a dog owner. I haven't had sex with her yet, but she feels so soft, lifelike, and human. I promise you, man, all those stigmas come from afar. All those stigmas come from afar. I'm gonna definitely talk more about that, honestly. But I say this: if people only knew, a lot of this lifestyle, you truly have to be in this lifestyle to understand. But you ain't gonna see your girl as no dead body, or if you a woman with a male companion dog, you ain't finna see him as no dead body. Now, the first 2 days that my dog was in the house, I felt like a body was in the house. Now that's true. The first 2 days, because the first 2 days I didn't really get it. It took like the end of the second day for me to get Callie out of her box because I was a little freaked out. But once I got her out of her box, I wasn't feeling like that anymore. Especially once her head got here. You know, it was delayed for me to get her head. But once her head got here, nah, man, you ain't gonna just be feeling like it's no body in the house. You ain't gonna equate it to like a dead body. Not in my experience. So either way, let me go back to some comments right quick from my videos. And in this case, I already congratulated Bruce Daniels because I had him up that I was gonna congratulate him. Oh, I got to talk about my guy Hugo. And it's a guy named Hugo Mero. He's a new subscriber. And man, he was going hard defending me, man. I can't even lie. Against women and all type of stuff. But here's the deal. He wasn't really wrong from a lot of the things he said, but I just don't come. Let me read what he said. I don't come from it with that type of venom. I say that. But I understand where he's coming from. That was on my video, Pillow Soft. He made some comments on Pillow Soft. Let me get to that. Here it is. Here it is, right here. Here it is. Hugo Mero. Now, this is what he said. He said he feels so bad about how the women treated me in my life, pretty much. He said that I got so destroyed that he said he felt like I isolated myself. Nah, that's pretty. It's actually a video I'm gonna do about that. He's wrong about that isolation assumption, but I understand where he was going with. He said he asked me, did I have a bad relationship with my family? No, I don't. He said, why did some people call me crazy and foolish when I did nothing wrong and weird? So I appreciated him for that. And the reason I'm speaking like this is because I can tell that English is not his first language, but I do understand everything he's trying to say. And he really has some insightful things that he's saying. He said the people who called me crazy and foolish and perverted are simps and doormats. He had me laughing with some of this stuff. He said they called me that because they're jealous and angry. He said he said they're mad because I live a stress-free life with 4 dogs, and they're probably dealing with cheating girlfriends or partners or wives. They still forgive them. I mean, he was going off, man. He had me dying. I mean, like I say, some of this stuff a little heavy-handed, but I understand what he was saying. He said their partner's wife might forgive them on Reddit or something. I ain't even read that part no more. He said, he did say modern women nowadays don't care about good men, kind and caring men, and instead they go for bad boys and playboys who end up dumping them for another woman. I want to stop there for a second because he's painting with a broad brush. But if it's any women that's still around, or if it's any women that tunes into this later, I do want you to get this concept that he's talking about, even though he may be a little heavy-handed. He right on the money. We can't tell you who to like or who to be attracted to, you know? And I've even mentioned this before. When people have sex, their pheromones are higher. So a woman may be attracted to a man that's more abusive or something like that if he's having a lot of sex and they don't even know. But I'll say this. That's the perception, ladies. The men be like, man, I can be a good man, but they always go after the bad guys. No matter what. They always want to go after them and then get dumped by them. So, like I say, human ladies, I do want you to think about, hey, man, look, when you're looking for a good man, that's why it's so hard to find them. Because a lot of them may turn to dogs because they're like, hey, man, I'm tired of being good to people and them not showing me good things back, them not being good to me, you know? And I've even experienced that myself, where I've treated somebody the best I could. You know what? But yet and still, they want to go to somebody that's putting a cigarette out on their thigh. I mean, literally. So it's just something to think about. You know, I know we have our things to think about. Like I say, man, we can't be asking for a good woman and then hitting a woman in the eye at the same time. So we got our things, but I definitely wanted the human women to pay attention to, hey, man, it's a lot of guys that feel like he do right there. And he said something about modern women are giving human women a bad name nowadays. And I don't really believe it's the modern woman, so to speak, as it is just the future society. Human society is, like I say, rearing everybody in such a way to where it's just making all that human dating very difficult. He did at the end say he was glad to decide that I decided to not go into a human relationship and get $4 to cheer myself up. He said, he hopes I have great years to come. I just want to say, Hugo Mero, you was funny as hell. You had a lot of insightful things to say. I will say this, if a woman was to go back and read his statements, it'd be a lot of things that you can probably be like, man, this dude is offensive here. But he had some broken English there. But all in all, understand what he was trying to say. I understand what he was trying to say. He was just trying to say, like, man, look, he feel bad for me. You know, you can try to treat people good out here, but most of the time that ain't what they want. And one thing he right, a lot of times people have good things in front of them and they go after bad. And that's man or woman. I don't know why that is. It's almost human nature that we're drawn to some we can't have. And a lot of times a man or a woman got a good woman or a good man, and you ain't drawn to them. Why? Because they want you. But that joker that ain't showing you no attention, you just drawn to them because they don't want you. And you drawn to want to make them want you. That's why I say, man, I can help you with the human stuff. But I'm so glad I ain't dealing with it no more. I tell you that. I'm out of it for a damn reason. I've experienced it all, had a lot of great sex with human women. If I have it again, that's fine. Hey, if not, it don't matter. I'm living my most happy life ever. So, on to another one. Oh, I'm coming to a woman come in right quick. I know we running. Hey, look, I'm having fun though. I got a woman come in named Marissa Nicole, and she made a comment on the Love Don't Judge show. And that's who did the show on Me and the Girls on the Truly channel. Their department Love Don't Judge on the Truly channel. And she said that my girls are not real. And I don't know how many times I had to tell everybody this, but I do it again. My girls are real as anybody. That's the wrong terminology. I've even slipped up and said the wrong thing every now and then. But the girls are real. They are just not human. They are real. They are synthetic humans. So, ladies out there, men, whoever you are, people who want to call me crazy, when you say the girls ain't real, just say they're not human. That's the better terminology that I can accept. But they are real. She's sitting right next to me. Believe me, I pick her up every single day. And believe me, if that 150 pounds ain't real, tear that to my back and the rest of my body. Then I want to address this really quickly. A guy named Blazes with Wolves commenting on the Love Don't Judge show. He's afraid of relationships. Brother, I'm not afraid of relationships. Like I was telling my high school friend, if I had never been in a relationship, then you can make that argument because I'd be like, well, I ain't never had one. But I done had millions of relationships with human women. So therefore, I'm not scared of them. I just know what I don't want right now, or that I'm not looking for right now. Like I say, if something find me, that's something different. But I know what I'm not looking for. And I'm not afraid of human relationships, but the relationship with these ladies is totally healing and therapeutic. I got a couple more, and I'm gonna look at your comments, and guess what? We're gonna end this power hour, and I'm gonna let y'all do whatever the hell y'all want to do for the rest of the day. So we got one from Hickory Lamar, and he did a comment on my Truly review. He said he hopes that I find someone in real life. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but they said they hope I find someone in real life. Once again, I have found several people in real life. Two of them sitting right next to me, Saima and Callie. This is real life. My girls are sitting right next to me. You don't have to have a human in real life for you to have a companion in real life. And believe me, I understand what you're looking at because I'm going to talk about it one day. But these dolls are more than what you see through your video camera or video screen. They are more than what you see, my friend. They are not just dolls. They're more present than you really perceive them to be. Oh, I have another female comment from Yasmin Grace. And this is the last one from my viewers. I'm going to let it go after that. She says, on my video, How We Chill. On that video, it's a real short clip. And we were watching a basketball game. And I was just like, people always ask me, how do I relax with the girls? And I was like, this is how I relax. And it was just us watching the game. So she asked me, am I practicing abstinence? And I said, no, I'm not practicing abstinence. I'm going to tell you why. Practicing abstinence is when I'm just going into something saying, man, you know what? I just don't want to have sex, for some higher purpose. But that's not really what I'm doing. I went into this thing open to the idea of having sex, but my body and my spirit just won't feel compelled at this moment to take me over the top. Even now, I was just thinking like, man, it was about 3 videos ago. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to have sex with my girls this year. But ever since I made that video, I'm like, man, I still ain't got that sexual compulsion rather, to have sex with them. It ain't nothing pulling me. Like I was laying next to Saima. I woke up giving her a couple of sensual kisses, but it wasn't nothing pulling to me saying pull her clothes down and have sex with them. I hugged them and they give me this good feeling on the inside, but it's nothing yet that's pulled me to have sex with them. But it's not abstinence. It's just that I haven't had that feeling, and I'm not going to force myself to have that feeling. Now, I have mentioned this. I've said, since I do have a higher mission now, of erasing the stigma, of showing people how they can live and enjoy their girls, of going out in public and breaking barriers and things of that nature. I have alluded to, man, it actually feels better when I've seen younger kids and things of that nature, or family members come up and want to touch my dolls. It feels better mentally knowing that I've never had sex with them, and I can say that in all confidence. And so where it puts them at more ease. But I don't consciously not have sex with my girls for people out in public. It's almost like you say, it could be happening subconsciously. I will admit to that. Like, I believe a part of me could be subconsciously, that could be another factor in why I'm not having sex today. But I just want to say that I'm not consciously abstaining from sex, but I don't want to have artificial sex. Because although I have a connection with Callie, physically and spiritually, I could probably ramp myself up one night to just go ahead and do it with her. But I still, once again, haven't had that thing to say, man, I'm doing it because I just totally want to right now. No, I'm just happy pulling them out, watching the game, them chilling with me, going to sleep with me. And that's one of the things that I enjoy most right there, is sleeping with the girls. Man, I have never slept better. Never slept better. So just sleeping with them and embracing with them. And I think I want to do another video on just how I lay with them. But for now, that does it for all of the viewer comments on my videos that I wanted to go through. And I could have picked about 20 or 30 more of them just from the Love Don't Judge comments. So once again, if you want to see that video, because this whole video has been about, today has been about me talking about the video that Truly did. That's a YouTube channel. Truly is a YouTube channel. They have a section on their YouTube channel called Love Don't Judge. The Love Don't Judge section did a show on me and the girls. I did a review on that show on my channel a few days ago. A couple of days ago. If you look at that review, it's a link to that YouTube channel or YouTube interview on my show. Or you can go directly to the Truly YouTube site and go to their section on Love Don't Judge to see that video. They did that video, and that's what we were talking about. I talked about my feelings on it. And I talked about the comments that were made on that video. And I talked about viewer comments that were made on my normal videos, my everyday videos. And like I say, just on the Love Don't Judge video, I could have did 20, 30, 40 more comments on things that they said. But I just know one thing. I was laughing so hard because it's a few people on there that really fell for that guy who said that he knew me. I had kids and a wife. And I was just like, man, some people are so gullible, man. They'll fall for any damn thing. But either way. Now, let's get ready to wrap this thing up, y'all. I'm going to go through y'all questions now. And I'm thinking it's probably going to take us another 15 minutes to get through these. So, I got to answer this. I hope you still here too. Man, that was a while back. Man, I get these questions so late, man. But by me saying having her helps with my depression. I want you to say one thing. I understand depression is real, but don't claim it. If you want that depression to lead your life, start saying you ain't got it. I don't care what the doctors say. Start saying you ain't got it. I ain't telling you to, if you taking medication, I ain't telling you to stop today. I'm just saying stop claiming you got depression. But I will say this, these girls would definitely change your life. And if you got her bite me, she need to help cure your depression. That and putting something positive in your spirit every day. Now I'm finna do it fast. I'm finna catch up with everybody now. What does Tony say? I don't want to hear nothing else about this. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something about this Tony the Tiger guy. If you think about it, JDKH, you've been denying your dogs for a full year now. They must be extremely horny by now. Don't want them to start cheating on you. Hey, I love this Tony. Good thing is, Tony, they ain't gonna cheat on me and they can't cheat on me, thank God. Another thing, I don't want to hear another thing for anybody else that want to say about me not having sex with my girls. I'm fine with it. But I'm letting you know, I'm going to laugh about it. I'm still going to address him. But I don't want to hear him saying anything else because he told me he don't even have sex with his girls. So no, Tony, you can't complain about me and my sex with my girls because you ain't even having sex. I'm finna run through these, y'all. Have you ever done a video on how to introduce your companion dog to your family and friends? I'm seriously thinking about taking the plunge, but not sure how they react. Nah, Blue Blast, I haven't done that, but I tell you what, I'll make a video about that. I'm gonna write that right down right now. How to, because I definitely got some good things to tell you about that, my friend. But if you want me to give you the real quick answer, I will too. But it's not going to be effective. You know, like I said, I need to be a little bit more delicate with this subject. So I definitely give you some advice on what to do, Blue. I ain't gonna make it quick. I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. Hold on. Let me see. And I'm going through the last of these comments. MGTOW laughing. Blue Blast says, shout out to the JDKH ladies. Appreciate you. Bite Me says, Sino dog, 155 centimeter looks close to being an anime. I'm gonna tell you, I love Sino dog. They dogs really don't strike me as quite to be an anime, but I'm sure you can find one that fit what you're looking for. And that's what a lot of these dog companies. You can always find a girl that's close to what you're looking for. And I promise you, I don't know if a lot of you got a WM dog, but if you do got a WM dog, man, they got so many heads. They got so many damn heads. I'm sure you could probably find one of them jokers that's close to what you're looking for. Jose Diaz, he says he sees the Truly. And what he's referring to is the Truly site, the YouTube site. And under Truly, it's a section called Love Don't Judge where you can find a video about me and the girls. Blue Blast says Reset Sundays is his favorite show. Man, I sure appreciate you, Blue Blast. I understand Reset Sundays, like you say, some people, it may be their thing. Some people, it may not. But it exists for those that need encouragement going into a new week. And I'm willing to take whatever heat, people coming against me for doing that show. Because, man, I want to give people some good soul food to start off their weeks. Blue Blast says, fun hanging out with you guys. I wish you got here from the beginning. You know what? I'm glad you hear it all, brother. I'm glad you hear it all. Bite Me said, I had chronic depression. I can't have pets, but got the WM dog. While she sits there and looks pretty. That's all I need. Believe me, Bite Me. I'm telling you, man, I understand exactly what you mean. And ladies, if you listening to him, don't take offense to what he's saying. I'm going to just show you what he said. I don't want you to take offense to it because I'm going to put it into context a little bit more. He says, I can't have pets, but I got the WM dog. Why she just sits there basically and she looks pretty. That's all he needs. I don't want you to take offense to that. What he's speaking to is just something that I found to be true. It's just that you don't need all the interactions in a day-to-day human relationship. A lot of that crap complicates things. When your man gets home, I'm going to tell you, man, this is how men really think. Once you get home and hug him and give him a kiss, even if you know he need to take the garbage out or something like that, man, if you can just let him rest 30 minutes, you know, for an hour or whatever, then you ask him, he going to be a lot happier man. If you don't talk to him for 30 minutes about everything that happened as soon as he get home, he going to be a happier man. It's all about picking and choosing your time, you know? Give him because like I said, I find out like Bite Me is saying, give me a hug, give me a kiss, let me relax. Let me relax for a second. You need me to tighten something up? You need me to do something else? I'd be glad to do it once I relax. Like I told you, ladies, now once you start doing that type of stuff and you still got a problem with a man, now that's a whole nother issue. Guess what? You might have to find the right man for you. But when you got a good person, good man in your life that wants to treat you right, that's really what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about, you can't make a bad guy be good. But when you got a good guy that's treating you right, to keep him, loosen the reins. Hey, guess what? Be beautiful. Like be the woman he met. Work on your own interests. Give him some space. And guess what? Don't hold out too much. It's good to hold out a little bit to build up a little sexual tension, but don't hold out too much. Hey, MGTOW. He said, I feel happy. I love my two waifus. Hey, good. Hey, look, brother. That's what it's all about. Hey, Big JD, if God appeared to you and you can ask him, do you think he would tell you to choose a human woman? Okay, big misconception. God does not have to appear to you in a physical form for him to ask you anything or for you to ask him anything. Two, I talk to God on a daily basis. Here's the deal. When he wanted me to have a human woman, he provided a human woman. When he wanted to provide me with a synthetic woman, he provided me with a synthetic woman. And let me tell you something. God is over the joy and happiness in my life, just like he is over everybody's who choose to acknowledge that. So there's no way he'd allow me to feel this happiness if it wasn't within his graces, because my God controls the universe. And so guess what? At the snap of his finger, if he don't want me to do this, he'd send me the message to not do it. But every confirmation I've had in my heart is to make this, to fight and do exactly what I'm doing, to erase this stigma. Like I said, man, it's a video I made. What was it called? I think it called One Great Thing or something like that, or One Big Thing. I can't remember it off the bat, but that's the theme of the video that I made. And I always told my mom I wanted to do one great thing before I left this earth. Never knowing what it could be or would be. But God sent me the message that this is my great thing. Tony, I understand the questions and I appreciate them from anybody. But as far as you and others, y'all got to listen to what he put in y'all heart. What is your one great thing? Because what you'll find out is no other man can see what God put in your heart. And with these dolls, I'm cool with people questioning me, not understanding, not equating religion and my girls and why I'm even so outward about my religion. But here's the deal. I'm explaining it the best I can. But at the end of the day, you can't see the message God speaks to me. And I can't see the message he speaks to you. Heavily detox and cleanse yourself every single day. Exercise hard, stay fit and super healthy. Man, I'm a whiz through these, man, but this is fun. He says, heavily detox and cleanse yourself every day. Exercise hard, stay fit and super healthy. Eat super foods every day. Avoid stress and you'll be so happy. Hey, good advice, MGTOW. Good advice. Bianca B. What up, Bianca B? She said, preach. Appreciate you, Bianca. Ray Oliveira say, amen. You started on your knees and then went to a prone position. This is something I talked about way before. If you just tuning in, he was talking about that that some people might misperceive my what I was doing on that video as being sinful to God, basically. And he's saying something about don't forget there are spiritual elements at work. Once again, it's all about your state of mind. And I don't know what's going on in your state of mind, Tony, or I can't be responsible for what's going on in every single person's state of mind that's watching my channel. But you know what I can be responsible for? What's going on in my heart and what I'm trying to show you. And there's nothing on that video that's trying to show you anything sinful. If you're taking anything, and I ain't talking about you, I'm talking about anybody. If anybody's taking anything on that video sinful, it's because they want to. It's because they're looking for something. It's because that's what they want to see. And once again, it's a reason this smile is on my face, Tony, and it won't leave. I'm not defined by man's misperceptions. And ultimately, I'm not responsible for what you choose to see if I'm showing you something else. It's not my responsibility. And ultimately, if somebody thought that I was doing something wrong, they also would have the ability just not to look. So, of course, I love everybody. I want everybody to get something from my channel. And I ain't gonna lie, I even want my enemies to look. I'm fine with you looking, and I'm fine with the criticism. But one thing I can't be responsible for is your relationship with God. And if you're looking at me, judging what I'm doing, well, that's an issue between you and God, because you shouldn't be judging. You shouldn't be judging. But that's not for me to say. That's a conversation between you and God. So he said, if I had $2,000 to purchase any doll you wanted, what brand would you go with? If I had $2,000 to purchase any doll you wanted, what brand would you go for? What would you buy? For me, the doll that I want, I wouldn't be able to get for $2,000. Be quite honest with you. I would be going for the doll of my dreams, like I've told everybody else. Like, people have said, man, when am I getting my next doll? And man, I can't say, because I'm going for the doll of my dreams. And I've spoken about that time and time again. Like last year, I was confused. I actually did a show about, man, I don't know what I'm gonna get. I don't know what I'm gonna get. And it was several viewers that kept on saying, man, you've been talking about that you want the doll of your dreams. Why don't you just go ahead and get it? Because of course, it was unreachable. And so I'm like, man, and that's what I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to reach that goal of getting the doll of my dreams. And if I had $2,000, I'd put that $2,000 toward getting the doll of my dreams. Now, if you asking me what doll would I get for $2,000, just if I had $2,000, I still wouldn't get a doll, because I'd be putting some more money with it, because I would probably, if I was just looking not to get the doll of my dreams and just get a very good doll, I'd be looking around the Sino dolls of the world. There's so many brands. I can't pinpoint it, but I'd be looking around the Sino dolls, the Starbury dolls, because in the $2,000 range, I think you can probably put maybe another 1,000 or something, and you can get a Starbury, a full silicone, because that's what I wouldn't mind having, a full silicone Starbury. So I around the $2,000 range, I'd be thinking about a Starbury, I think. Something like that. But it's hard for me to be 100% sure, man, because I still want a Piper. I still love Sino Dog. These are brands that I'm going to talk about later on. Man, so it's really hard to think about it right now, man. It's hard to pinpoint one. It's hard to pinpoint one. Hey, dang, Tony already gone, but I'm still going to say something about this. He said, Satan wants us to worship him instead of God, and his demons do his bidding. Of course he does. Of course he does. And that's why it's on you and everybody else out there not to let that happen, not to allow that to happen. We got to guard our hearts, guard our spirits. Got to go, bro. Have a great day. Love you, Tony. Oh, man, I got to show this. And like I said, I'm just rolling through these, man. Hey, whenever I'm done, the show will be done. But I'm going to keep having fun. But very, very beautiful dogs. You take such good care of them. Oh, thank you so much, Stacy Ryan. I really appreciate you. These comments coming to me so late. This was at 1:50, so this is a long time ago. But thank you, Stacy Ryan. I really appreciate you. Like I say, I took good care of my human women too, But I told another commenter on one of the Truly videos, the thing about human counterparts, they don't always appreciate you. They don't always appreciate the love you show them. I hope I catch up with the comments at some point. John Yo, hey J Dog, how you doing, John Yo? John Yo been tuning in lately a lot, y'all. I'm happy to hear from you, John Yo. Burner account, all hail the king. What up, burner account? What up, burner account? He checked in. What's your opinion on self-help books? Should we read them? I believe that you should read anything that makes you feel more enriched, more positive about what you're doing in your life. And once again, I'm leaning on my spiritual awareness, but you don't have to. You can just listen to my advice. But this is me. God put an alarm system in each and every one of us. You can hear when you're moving out of balance. Sometimes we just choose to keep going. So, as you start reading that book, if your spirit start feeling fed and you start feeling better from it, then you doing something good for yourself. You're doing something good for yourself. And if you're doing something good for yourself, guess what? And you like it and you feel like it's making you a better person, continue to do that. I'm not going to order you to do it or say you should do it, but I did say something key. Every day needs to begin with something positive going in your spirit. Because if you wake up and just leave out of your house, you're leaving yourself susceptible to negativity. Like you say, you're leaving yourself susceptible. So if it makes you feel better, do it. This is a very crazy question. Not crazy in a bad way, but it's just a very uniquely crazy question. Hey, big man, do you ever abuse your dogs in a kinky way? Like cutting that silicone with a knife could be destructive. But right, I believe, and that's why I put that question up here. I know some people are probably with that. They are probably with that. Oh, wait, Stacy, you just asked a question that I can't talk about. I'm gonna have to talk about that on another show. Hold on, I gotta write that down. Hold on. Oh man, I gotta do that. Okay. Either way. So just to answer you, John, you're right. People kinky, people do. I'm sure, like that's why I put that up there. You never know, man, what type of things somebody are doing with their dog. You just don't know. But I will say this: I couldn't do nothing like that. I can't bring no type of harm to my girls. I love them too much to be bringing them any type of harm, and I'm talking about human or otherwise. Man, let me tell you something. That was one of my biggest problems. Like I love to treat my girls good. I'm talking about human too. Man, but man, it ain't nothing. If you dating a human woman, you know what the best feeling other than, making love to her is? Seeing her smile. It's nothing like seeing a woman smile. It just brings some joy to your face. So, man, I ain't never been with bringing that type of pain. With sexual pain, some of that stuff can be good, but I ain't with cutting them and all that. I knew a woman that cut herself, but that stuff, it honestly freaks me out when they cut themselves. I would love to help anybody that's going through that, but man, that cutting yourself stuff is something on a whole nother level. Whoa, wait a minute. What are you talking about here? And I'm finna get to you, Stacy. I still don't know what I want to do with the doll I got last week. What are you talking about, John, yo? What you mean what you should do? Are you talking about should you have sex with her? What do you got to get more specific because I want to help you with that. First thing you need to do is get her out the box, wipe her off, make sure she's good and wiped off, get her some little clothes or lingerie on and have her sitting right next to you somewhere. That's the first thing you need to do. I'm going to show y'all the question I can't answer right now. I can't believe I forgot about answering this. Stacey Rains said, did you treat your girls for Valentine's? Stacey Rains, I don't know if you still here. I really hope you are. But if you are, or if you watch back at this, or anybody watching this, I got to do a show about that because I forgot to talk about what happened on Valentine's Day. So, man, I always got shows I can't get to. Now I'm really backed up now, man. But no, it's good. It's good to have too many shows is too little. So, Stacy, just to let you know, I can't even answer you right now. I'll answer you later. So be on the lookout for that show in the coming week. What should I name her? No, brother. You know you ain't finna ask me what to name your woman. This your girl, bro. Now let me tell you what you should do. What you should do is what is this? What you should name her is okay. I want to see that. What you should name her is. Don't you got a fantasy? What type of woman have you been thinking about? Is it a character on an anime like I do? Or is it a character on a movie that you fell in love with? Is it a girl from when you was growing up that you never could get? You know what? When that's the type of thing you want to name your girl. Or guess what? What's your favorite city? What's your favorite state? Is it a catchy name? Things of that nature. Basically, what you got to do is use your imagination. You got to use your imagination. Stacey Rain. Stacey Rain. No, Stacey Rain. No, no, no. Before I ever got a dog, I would have said yes. But now that I got this thick, look at these legs. Before I got this thick joker sitting next to me, I would have said yes. But she's all the woman thickness I need. She 98 pounds of dead weight, but she feels like 150 pounds. She ain't nothing but booty and legs. And she got them nice thick arms. I ain't gonna lie, I love that girl right there. But I ain't getting no girl thicker than her. Now, when I was dating human women, I ain't really got a type other than I don't like super tall women. But with all that said, I got a crush on several WNBA players. So I don't really got, I don't want nobody to take this wrong. I don't want nobody that's just grossly overweight. That's just my particular present. I ain't talking about a thick woman with booty, legs, and all that, and just a really thick woman. I don't want a woman that's grossly overweight. I'm talking about a human woman, right? I wouldn't want that. But I dated so many super thick BBW women. So I like women, normal women of all sizes. But there's no way I'm ever getting a girl bigger than Saima Renee Uzumaki. I've already said that for the foreseeable future, all of my girls are going to be pretty petite. Even if they got a nice booty, that's going to be the only thing big on them. I'm going to write my companion dog off on my taxi when I get here. Hey, look, that's a good way to start, right? Depending on which dog you want. But guess what? That may not be enough. So guess what? Get the dog you want. Now, you've already had my advice on how you can start off with the Kimber dogs. If that's a lower price dog you can start off with to get in the game, like Callie's son. She gonna cost you a little money. But if you just want to get in the game and learn about the game, if you want to take a step up to a girl like Saima, which is a WM doll, fully customizable, you can use my link, Sexy Real Sex Dolls, on my about and on my YouTube page. You can click on that link, go to their page, and browse and look at all the customizations, all the brands, and that could be a beginning. You can go to other vendors and other sites and actually buy your doll. You don't have to use mine. But if you don't want to get a starter doll to get you in the game like Callie's son, then I would suggest you're going to need about, you 2,000 to do it. But I'm saying, I think I'm just going to be honest. You're going to need about 13 to 2,200 to get you a very nice customizable doll. You know what I'm saying? So you can use your taxes, but how much ever you getting, you might have to put some with it. Ah, yeah. They coming in now. They want to know this. John Yo say, Stacey Rain has a good point. What did I do for Valentine's? Once again, I definitely got a show that's coming up. Thanks to Stacey Rains, that I'm gonna talk about what I did for Valentine's. Dr. MGTOW said he agreed with me about something I said earlier about you need to experience a woman first. I guess that's what he agreeing with me about. Man, I like this, man. Like I say, man, some people thought that I was trying to come against them, but I'm not. Look at Redmond. He said, I wanted a dog when I was in middle school. I got a dog when I was in college. Jay is right. Get a real girl first when you are young. Then get a. That's what I'm saying. But like when you young, man, it's the best time to get a girlfriend, experiment, all type of stuff. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. If you watching my show and you're a younger cat, like just your first year of college or wherever, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you better go after your girls right now. Human women, I mean. When you get grown and you working in a job, man, you don't run across human women that much. You see them in shopping centers and grocery stores, gas stations. And I'm gonna tell you, man, if you ain't built up your confidence from talking to girls in other situations like at school, it's even tougher to talk to them in real life. It's even tougher to talk to them in real life. So you better get that experience So, like I said, you can get it out the way. When you get your dog, man, you'll be cool. Ren X agreed with me. Boy, this show going, boy. We're 249. He said, I wanted to get a dog when I was in middle school. I got a dog when I was, oh, no, he said, here you go. My bad, y'all. He said, rejection sucks, but it can motivate one to become better or notice what you don't want. One of the biggest players I knew said he would ask 20 a night. And that's how he had 3 or 4 going at a time. And man, he doing less than me. Cause I had the 50 rule. I said, you got to have holler at 50 a night just to get 5 numbers. So he was better than me at what he was doing. But you got to holler at a lot of women, man, because like women are peculiar, man. They, you know, like you say, we've been taught to go after. They've been taught to sit and wait, so they can just sit back and be like next. And you know, it's easy for us to get mad at them. But once again, they were taught to wait. We were taught to chase. Like you say, rejection can suck, but it can motivate. I haven't said this in a while, but I'm really closing out the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try to go through all the relevant comments why they still up. I'm gonna try to catch all the way back up to real time as best I can. But what I'm doing is earlier I talked about the Truly show that I did. If you just tuned in, it was done by a YouTube channel called Truly. Their section called Love Don't Judge is the people that produced it. And I think the show is actually called I Love Dolls, and it's about me and the girls. And I gave my opinions on it. I'm not gonna go all the way back over it. I thought that ultimately it was a good thing for the doll community and pushing the movement forward, and even for my channel. I'm not gonna lie, even for my channel. I talked about how it didn't go viral or anything like that. I talked about how God can keep you hidden. The amount of people that saw it was the amount of people that needed to see it. If he wanted more people to see it, more people would have saw it. I talked about how I got a lot of new subscribers, and a lot of them were women, and I'm thankful for every single one of you, as well as I'm thankful for the old subscribers. Thankful for every single one of you. And like you said, old, new, woman, and man. And you know what? It could have been even more under a certain circumstance. But guess what? I ain't thinking about more. I'm thinking about what I have today. I'm thinking about every individual that came and every individual that's here. And I appreciate you. And so I talked about that Truly thing and how beneficial it was. And then I went to talk about some viewer comments on my videos. And now I've also been talking about viewer comments in real time, even though I'm way behind you guys. But right now, I said, I'm going to look, I don't give a damn. If y'all cool with it, I'm putting in the time and I'm going to catch up with these comments in real time. And I'm going to let you guys have the rest of your day. This is funny right here. Ren X says it'll have you walking around chest all out, especially if you make her blow. You sure right about that. I know what he mean by that. And make her blow, I think I know what he getting at. Yeah. Oh, so now they're catching up to that. Now I'm catching up to y'all comments about when I was talking about vagina and just making love and the scent. Ray Alvera says nothing like the scent of a clean vagina. I'm telling you, bro. Ray Alvera said, but I'm craving the companionship of a dog. That's the whole thing. I love my human ladies, and I ain't trying to get you mad, but I'm just telling you the truth because I've even told my exes and all this. This is the truth. A human woman that sent that clean vagina is amazing. But Ray, what he asking for right here, you can't compare the companionship of a companion dog to a human woman. Because like I say, human ladies, I love having y'all around. But guess what? It's been times I couldn't wrestle the TV controller from you jokers. Because when y'all want to watch one of y'all shows on Lifetime, it ain't no change in your mind. Guess what? I done had to go eat places I ain't want to go eat. I done had to buy stuff I ain't want to buy. So it's a lot of stuff you jokers, hey, y'all, you got to bend with. You ain't got to bend with a companion dog. And the major thing I've told a human woman, even though I love you guys, is you can get up and walk out the house and go to JoJo's house. These girls, they love me and they ain't going nowhere. Now, if something else was to happen to somebody was to try to do something to me, that's something out of my control. But as far as what's in my control, they ain't never gonna leave me or do me wrong. And you just even when you got a good woman, you can't say that's 100%. I don't know what's so hard for my guy Tony to understand. I'm older now, but I used to be the man. Had them fighting over me. More women that I can count. And trust me, some do have some older. I remember this one chick came in the gym and it was tuna time. What are you talking about, Tony? Of course, some women have a bad odor. That's what I say. Some women don't. That's just human nature. Some people, humans, man and women, they don't take care of themselves. I said the scent of a clean vagina, Tony. Clean vagina don't smell like tuna. It don't matter how much you working out. Even when and that's the only thing that makes me wonder, Tony. And I ain't not accusing you here, but you make me wonder how much experience you've had, because you should know this. A clean vagina, even when you work it out, even when you have 4 hours of sex, if it started out clean, it ain't finna just start stinking like tuna, bro. Tuna is a sign that it ain't right. And if it started out like that, after she done took a bath, she ain't eating something right. It's something in her life that she ain't doing right. Or either she got something, but it never should just smell like that on a regular basis and be normal. Redmond say this. Redmond say this. Redmond say this. Yeah. Redmond say, look, what Redmond say? Let me see Redmond. Redmond said, man, a woman walk is so powerful. Seeing their ass move left and right as a man, but can't wait till dogs can walk. I promise you now, man, I've said I ain't a big fan of this AI stuff, androids, but like I said, man, at a certain point in my life, even though I never aged a day of my life, on down the line, when I'm ready for AIs, hey, I will be happy to see a sexy AI doll with a sexy walk, because that's something, like I say, man, a woman, that's what a human woman, they got a few things that are better, they got a few things that are better than a companion dog. And a companion dog got a lot of things that's better than a human woman as far as what you want to deal with. It really comes down to, do you want to deal with this or do you want to deal with that? Or guess what? Do you want a little bit of both? Have your companion dog and have you a human woman. Or if you're a human woman, have you a male companion dog and have you a male. Now, I don't know how your male gonna react to that male companion dog, but guess what? You're gonna have to be like me. Keep on going till you find one who cool with it. Cousin, what was that? I think it was Blade Runner. Was that Blade Runner? I'm trying to think. What that was. Oh, no. That was 2050, the movie 2050, when that girl had her male android robot. And she was just like, look here. I still date human men, but they better be cool with my android. Comic book. Appreciate you, bro. I don't know what you was talking about because I'm late, but I appreciate you. I'm always trying to keep it real, man. I'm always trying to keep it real. Ray Alvaro, yeah, man, Ray. It's bad to Cobra killed the dog, man. That hurt my heart, man. Daniel Lord, aka hiding in my room, cut his 2-week-old dog with a knife. What? Oh no, it was disgustingly heartbreaking. You damn right that is. That is disgustingly heartbreaking. Oh, y'all. I see a contribution to the show. I'm so late. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry, but I got to put this up. This is big time. Man, I don't even know if he's still around to get that. Thank you, Bite Me. Man, thank you, Bite Me. Appreciate you, bro. Like I say, man, I had missed your comment that last show, but it wasn't on purpose, bro. Once again, man, I want to thank for that major donation. Damn, man. I said damn, because this stuff moved my heart, man, because this is my dream I'm doing. It's my dream, man. This is my dream I'm doing. And it does move me when people contribute to help me, man, live and chase my dream. So I really appreciate that. I definitely. And like you say, if you want to donate, you can donate on here, or you can go to my Cash App on my About page on my YouTube or my PayPal. You helping me live my dream. Like you say, my channel is monetized. It's not earning anything right now. I'm still a small channel. It's not really picking up any earnings. One day, I'm hoping that the channel, allows me to add to the family, not just dollar wise, man, but I'm talking about just investing back into the show in a lot of different ways. I want to improve my camera, improve my sound, improve a lot of things, man, coming in the future. But I'm not anxious for it. I know it'll come in time. And when I see stuff like Bite Me and I see Blue Blast and Intellectual, he gave early in the show. When I see stuff like that, it just moves my heart. I be having to stop for a second, man, just give praise to God, man, because it's just amazing to me. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I hate that this dude cut his 2-week-old dog with a knife. That sounds crazy. Tony the Tiger said it's cool, and I'm leaving that donation up. Tony the Tiger said it's cool just having beautiful women standing around and look at, and the level of realism now is over the top. I love the dog life. Like you say, man, not only having them to look around, like just being able to hug them sometime, like you say. Another thing, ladies, when I say we need a lot of communication, sometimes, man, it's just that hugging your man need. We don't even need the sex, all the time. It's just that, man, he just needs some physical contact. I told you it relieves stress. And, man, this is why I say that I'm not against women. Our dogs are based on the physical form of a human woman, man. So I love human woman. Don't get me wrong. You human woman are beautiful. It's just that you come with a lot of complexities that these dogs allow us not to have to deal with. And vice versa. If you were to have a dog, you wouldn't have to deal with certain complexities. But like I say, I just think it's a different playing field because women date differently for different things than men date. You look for different qualities. I think you look for things that are more mechanically influenced, meaning that you do need I ain't say you need, but you would like a man to do some physical things. Cut the yard, bring in the groceries, nail something to a wall, or pick you up. You don't want to just a man to be stationary because women, like I say, have complained about men not doing nothing around the house. So, like you say, it's different for us men. We don't really, some men complain about eating and having a woman make a sandwich, which I don't subscribe to all of that. But for the most part, we just need a physical form, a beautiful physical form around. We can hug on sometime and somebody we think love us at least, halfway love us when it comes to a human woman. With these girls, I ain't got to think that they love me. Look, I done put so much love into them. Like I said in another video, it's seeping out, coming right back towards me. Heru Guy TV, he said, hi, what up, brother? I can't put you up there right now because I got to honor Bite Me with this big $20 donation. But I see you. I don't agree with you, Dr. Coffinels. He said, human ladies, you had your time. It's over. I ain't going to say that. No, it ain't over. Human ladies going to always have a place in this world with human men, man. It's just going to be a certain segment of us that's going to move along to androids and companion dogs. And like you say, it's going to be women in the future that's going to have android companion dogs as well. But it's always going to be human to human relationships, believe me. MGTOW, I know it ran late, and I see you said you was gone, but I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Kevin said, great being here today. He gone. I love you, bro. Thank you for being here. Monkey Jesus said, it's dog man. Monkey Jesus say, Caesar be linking crazy stuff. I appreciate Caesar for linking this. I appreciate you, Caesar. Monkey Jesus, he been saying, he said these aren't synthetic women. They are supersized action figures. I say this, they are synthetic women, but you ain't totally wrong. That's why I love this life so much, man, because like I say, I've said it before. I have had action figures, and I play with them all day and night. And this is my action figures in heaven. It's on steroids times a million. Then, okay, I ain't gonna even say that, Monkey G's, because you playing with something else, so I ain't gonna even say that. Smitheron said, do they have dogs in BBW size? Yes, they do. They sure as hell do. And I'm telling you, bro, Unless you a hook, you ain't gonna want to deal with it. And John Yo says, oh man, I think I'm slightly getting to the end of these comments, y'all. John Yo says, I got a new dog, but don't know the right steps. Should I take her on a date or use her for pleasure only? John Yo, you have to know your own individual self. You got to learn yourself. But if you would have asked J Dog King Hefner who you are, I'm going to tell you this. Spend some time at home with her first. Don't pleasure her yet. Dress her up, you know. Look, you like looking at TV, you like looking at sports, you like doing your favorite hobby, just have her around. If you need affection or something, get used to hugging her. You know, you get used to her for a little while first. You get used to her for a little while first. That's your first step. Your second step is, guess what? After you feel comfortable with her, if you want to get out and go out, okay, hey, take a ride. Get on out the house. But you got to feel comfortable with that, because as soon as you step one foot out the door, just realize you set yourself up to be criticized, talked about, shamed, all this other stuff, called crazy, foolish. Now, it ain't like in school. You might not hear every step that you outside, but believe me, somebody somewhere looking at you, talking about you. So if you ain't ready for that judgment, stay on in the house for right now. But your first step is just, I say, at least for the first few weeks, man, just get used to the girl. Now, if you get to the point where your physical sensations just overtake you, where you feel like your girl is just turning you on so much you got to have sex with her and make love to her, then guess what? At that point, then you will have to act accordingly. Me, the reason I haven't done it is because I haven't been overtaken by those feelings. Now, I'm a guy who has had plenty of sex before. If I was a virgin getting my dogs, I probably would have been just overwhelmed, but I got to see what this feel like. What is sex like? But like I told you, I done been with human women before, so I don't have to do those measures. I know what it was like to have sex. I ain't got to rush. Now, I'm still curious as to what these orifices and these girls have been made to feel like. But I've read so many comments on dog sites and stuff about how, man, they have made these vaginal canals to feel so real and lifelike. I'm confident that I'm like, okay, if I ever do it, it's going to be amazing. And that's why I tell people I don't even really give lessons on how to have sex on this channel. I mean, literally, man, if that's what my channel was about, I can just stop doing it now. You want me to tell you the steps to have sex? Get lubrication, get an erection, stick your penis inside of one of your dolls, make love to your doll, clean up, be done. Okay, channel over with. After that is on, did you enjoy it or not? It ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's a simple answer to how you have sex. Lubrication, use protection if you want, and then you make love. But for me, these dolls are something way deeper than that. Even the love making aspect for me goes deeper than that. But it seems as if some people, that's what they want to hear, and I ain't mad at them. But I just don't offer just that here. Hey, Red X. Tell them, Red X. I ain't said that in a while either. Just to let everybody know, if you're a new dog owner, I ain't gonna even lie, I ain't even said nothing about it. If you plan on being a new dog owner and you do plan on getting Kimber dog, Ren just said, man, a very great thing that I haven't said in probably 2 months. And I need to be saying it more often. Kimber dog, that I'm not working with them, I'm not an affiliate of them, but they are a friend of mine and they are a friend of the show. And so what they did was months ago, probably about 5 or 6 months ago, they made an agreement that anybody from my show that buys a Kimber doll can get a free wig with their purchase. All you got to do is put in Dog King. Don't put a space in between it. DOLLKING. So if you go to kimberdog.com, go to their site, and you decide to buy a dog, you can get a free wig. I don't get any money from it or anything. I would love to get some money from it, and I would love for them to show me some royalties from it, but that's not what that particular thing is about at this time. I negotiated, hey, man, I want my people to at least get something. And so Guess what? Today, if you're a viewer of my show and you decide to say, you know what, I don't want to get one of those super high dollar dogs to start out with. I want to get a legitimate dog that ain't gonna break, that ain't gonna break easy and all the other mess like some of these cheap black market dogs. I want to get a legitimate brand. Uh, I can't customize it. It's gonna come like it is, but I'll be able to enter the dog game without breaking my pocket. Well, if that's what you want to do, get you a Kimber dog. You'll be happy with it because I love Callie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna never stop loving her. But you'll get a free wig. And that's what I said. I hope everybody that get a Kimber dog use that Dog King discount code until they get sick of giving free wigs away. So I'm finna keep catching up. Tube Sock says, why is Cecil not on here? I don't know. I don't know if Cecil has ever tuned in one of my live streams. And guess what? I still appreciate him for sharing the link. Stacy said, would I have a BBW dog? Nope, Stacy, because they too heavy. This girl right here is too heavy, and I couldn't do it. John Yo said, I love you, J Dog. Love you too, John Yo. John Yo said, how many dogs do you have in total? Right now, I have 4 dogs, John Yo. Looking to add to that. You know what? Somebody keep asking me, and the number keep going up in my head. How many dogs do you want? You know how many dogs I truly want? I want enough dogs that I can, you know, I don't want too many dogs that I can enjoy in my lifetime. So I envision myself having upwards of 100 dogs at one point in my life. At least 100 dogs. That'd be a hell of an accomplishment in a lifetime to say I have 100, right? But going forward, they're all going to be dog specific to what I want. But I don't want all of them at once. I wouldn't want 100 dogs this year. Why? I do want them to be spread out over my life in the coming years because technology is changing and I want to see how technology changes. So I would love to get a couple of dollars a year for the next 20 years, man. I think that'd be amazing. $2 or $3 a year for the next 20 years. Man, I think that'd be amazing. So right now, I only have 4. Honestly, Redmond, I don't know what you need to do to get monetized. I don't know what you need to do. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. But I just know that I was blessed. Just like the Sex Dog channel, I think they monetized. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of these Sex Dog channels that are monetized. I can't tell you what to do that. All I know is that I was blessed going to this new year for my channel to be legitimized. And that's the thing, Redmond. You said you got subs and watch hours. They just did not approve you. And that's the problem. That's subjective. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. It's not just you having subs and it's not just you having the watch hours. They can evaluate all of your videos and just be like, you know what? Because they said that. They was like, we can evaluate all your videos and just be like, we don't want to monetize you. It could be that simple. It could be that simple. It may be that whatever you're doing, you might have to go into something else. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, hopefully it's something you love. But like I say, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. I don't be wanting to get too deep in these subjects because they bleed into other things I want to talk about. But I'll tell you this real quick. What's ordained for you, God opens doors up for. What's ordained for you, God opens doors up for. So I ain't telling you that may not be ordained for you, but I'm telling you, he opens up doors. I don't know how the doors got open for me other than he ordained it. And when I send my stuff in, I'll probably talk about this in the distant future, but when I had to get it approved, they said it could take almost a month or something, like a month or something, two months or something. It came back within a day. What price ranges would I segment the marketing to? I would say really, man, because you can get some legitimate dogs for around 800, but I would segment the marketing to 800 to 1200. No, I say 800 to 1300, and then I go from like 1,300 to 3,000, and then I go 3,000 to 6, and then I go 6 on up. That's what I would do. That's how I would segment the markets of dollars. But Redmond said amen to what I said, and I'm being totally honest with you. I just want to tell you one more time, man. Like I say, I'm doing some upcoming shows, man. It's going to be talking about your dreams and things of that nature and how you can achieve them. But the thing is, man, I'm still living an unbelievable dream, and I'm still trying to achieve a dream. And let me tell you something, Redmond. My channel is monetized. I'm not getting that doesn't mean I'm getting paid right now. It just means that this channel is eligible to have ads on it and whatnot. Right now, man, I'm still struggling on my own. And that's why I need donations and help from anybody that can help me. I ain't, like I said, I ain't putting pressure on you guys out there. It's all about what you can give, when you can give. I really would appreciate that. But also, like you say, I foresee my channel being able to help me in the future one day. But right now, I don't even think about it. I don't do it, I don't do this thinking about money, man. That's the whole thing about it, man. I think about doing this because I'm thinking about, man, I love to do this, and I just believe that one day all the other things will work out. And I don't know if you look at a lot of anime, and like I say, a lot of this y'all might hear again because when I make a video about it. But I look at a lot of anime, and man, I got a dream in my heart, man. And let me tell you something. When you got a dream in your heart that you ready to die for, to make it happen, doors will start opening. Doors will start opening, man. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. So I think I made it to the end, and that was the last of the comments. Thank you too, Redmond, for checking in. By me, I left you up there as the last donator, $20, man. I appreciate you. God bless you, bro. God bless my boy Blue Blast with a big $10 donation. They just went up and up. And God bless my boy Intellectual. He came in with a big $5 donation to start everything off, man. And like I say, thank y'all for contributing to my life. And man, I want to thank each and every one of y'all. I love you guys. I love you. I know a lot of people need to hear that today, man. I love you. And I care for everybody that's spending time here today. When you spend time here, it's more valuable than money. You know what I'm saying? You spending time of your life. God has blessed us with a life we can't get back. Every second you with me is super duper valuable. I ran long today, and I don't care because I love you, and I had fun, man. Every time I'm having fun, I'm going to keep going. And y'all's hanging around with me, so guess what? We're going to keep going. So with all that said, man, I finished all the comments. It's been great. I evaluated truly. I talked about some viewer comments on my videos, and I just made it through all the comments on the channel. And I appreciate you guys. So with all that said, it's been a hell of a time. Got a lot of great shows coming up, interesting shows. And I want you guys to keep commenting. Y'all are helping shape the show. Just because I don't use every single one of your ideas don't mean I won't use one of them or two of them or three of them for a future show to help somebody else. So keep contributing, keep coming, keep watching. I appreciate you. Look, sometimes I have these gems at the end of my videos. Watch them to the end. You will see pictures or you'll see little videos sometimes. So like I said, I got some exciting things coming. If you don't follow me on Twitter, Instagram, the Human Woman Tip of the Week, which I try to help my human ladies keep their human men, because I still love my human ladies, man. Like I say, hey, look, I want people to come to the dog life, but hey, look, women, if you want to keep your man from coming, I definitely try to help you be a better woman in certain aspects. Put my 2 cents in. So Human Woman Tip of the Week coming up, Twitter, Instagram. But other than that, I love you guys. Thank you, ladies, for bringing those sexy bodies up into our area, letting that perfume work around in the Dog King family. We really appreciate you. So for now, I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. Do what y'all do. Eat good, drink good, smoke good, do whatever the hell you do good. But until then, it's been your boy, J. Dog King Hefner, the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki, and over in the back now, we got your girl, Callie's son, laid the hell out. And Luke and my cat Yoda running around here too. But for now, guys, once I get this pulled up, We getting the chill out of here. Peace. Love y'all all, man.